And we are live. Hey, everybody, man. Welcome to the live show. Hey, Chaco buddy, how you doing?
Good, good. I think Alan fixed his technical thing. I think we're good to go.
Fingers crossed, man. Yeah, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens here. But yeah, it's
His 3G internet or whatever happened. No, it wasn't that. It was the horizontal on his phone.
his iPhone 3's messing up. Whatever. Yeah.
Right.
But you want to introduce him, and we'll bring him out.
Yeah. So I think a lot of the people in chat know Alan. Alan, Comic Collector Geek. If you're not following Comic Collector Geek, what are you doing with your life? Why are you on YouTube without following Alan? Alan is the one who inspired me to start a channel. Actually, I was watching his stuff for quite some time before I even started the Chanko channel, and I was kind of sitting silently in the background, not commenting, but learning a lot, And then at the beginning of the year, I was like, I think I can do this. I'd like to do this, and I'd been kind of jumping back into collecting for maybe the previous year and a half, so I was like, yeah, I'd like to try this, and that's caused me to start a channel. And I think a lot of us know each other through either through Alan or 6 degrees of separation from Alan and Steppo. So
Yeah.
I think like I said, I think a lot of us know him, but if you don't, maybe we should introduce Alan.
Bring him out.
Hey guys, I'm using the latest Motorola flip phone, and I don't know why it
I'm
didn't
messing
work.
with you.
So,
It looks better now. I mean, it looks like it's fixed.
It's not lagging or nothing. That's good.
Okay, well, don't curse it.
Yeah.
We'll go with what we got here. Hopefully. Okay, so thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Appreciate you being here, buddy. Really appreciate you being here.
I was being a bit of a prima donna, actually. I had to come late and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
Well, you want to check out the chat real quick, and then we'll dive into it. Let's see. We got Matt was first, so he gets
the credit.
He gets the butt star, the big gold butt star, or whatever you want. And Stevie D. Let's see. Then got Derek.
Yo, Derek.
Alan with technical difficulties, you don't say. Then we got Johnny.
Yo, Johnny. Johnny back from vacation. We also.
Yeah. Let's see. And that's it so far. So that's all right. People start streaming in here in a little bit as we get this going. So once they see that we're actually going. Yeah. But
yeah. So normally what we do is we start with an interview portion, and just talk, and at any time, during the interview, if it's appropriate to show comics, and then show some stuff. But it's really, you're the star. We're just going to facilitate the interview, and this is just an opportunity for you to talk about yourself and the channel and everything, and to show us, and to also talk about stuff that maybe we don't know. Like we usually start off with, how did you get into comics, and how did you decide to start a YouTube channel?
Okay. So it's funny because when I interview people, I do the exact same questions. So it's interesting to be on the opposite side of it. So I've told this story way too many times, but I guess I'll tell it again. I was a coin collector, okay, and I was really into coin collecting. Like by the age of 8 or 9, I was like an expert on coins. I had this great ability to memorize useless facts. So I memorized all the prices and for all the coins and all that kind of stuff. So I was really, really knowledgeable. And what I would do is I would go to the banks and actually harass the tellers there and say, "Give me rolls of coins," and then I'd literally go through the rolls of coins and find the key coins out of it, and I'd do all that. And then in my little town, like we had about 30,000 people. That was the big city in my area. Um, and yeah, that they opened up a coin shop,
Oh,
and I was
Wow.
like, oh, this is I'm in heaven finally, you know.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and so you know, I'd go there all the time. And then one time that I went in there, he had something that was not coin related. It was one just one comic, but it was up on the shelf with all these like, you know, bills and coins and like, you know, it was in a place of honor. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And it was Howard the Duck #1.
oh,
I'm
okay.
like, so yeah, so I'm like, oh, you know, you know, my parents would always buy me comics, but I never took comics that seriously in a way. Like I always saw them as just like something you read and toss, and
Yeah.
if you see my childhood comics, they're all like totally mangled because we read them and we rolled them up. You know, we'd roll them up, put in our pants, and all. You know, the typical thing, like you know, like
Put them in your
we
pocket, right? Not
Yeah.
your.
seriously, we just destroyed them. You know, we doodle on them. You know, like all that kind
Yeah.
of stupid stuff kids did, right? And but there was this comp, like you know, I respected coin collecting because coin collecting, that's a serious hobby, and but to see a comic there, and it had like two elements that I really like. I always, you know, I don't know, very early on, I think I liked women from a very early age.
Okay.
Just like, there's a cute girl. And so there was a cute girl on the cover and a duck. Like, you know, just like it was like kind of like the combination of like, you know, my love of comics that I was just reading or, you know, tearing up actually. And and you know, some sexy girl on the cover. So and I actually like Conan the Barbarian. So, you know,
Hmm.
if you know the cover for Howard the Duck 1, it's like it looks kind of like a Red Sonja girl.
Yeah, he's got
Um,
like a sword on the front, right? And
yeah,
she's behind
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 And there's also Spider-Man on the cover too, which is a
Oh
character that
yeah.
I really did like you know, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man as a kid. So it was like so many thingies in one that I got, you know, I was like so excited. But when I saw the price, I was like, wow, people actually collect comics. Like it was $10. And to me, like, you know, probably it's not gone up that much since even. Um, but $10 was big money. This is like 1981-ish
Oh
era.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
$10 was like kind of like $100 now,
It was
probably.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So,
big money. I was like, oh man. So actually I saved up. Like you know, I did chores, I did like a whole bunch of stuff to try to earn the money to buy this Grail comic. Like,
Right.
and so that set me on the path. That was my first Grail comic, was Howard the Duck 1. And I kept it really pristine. Like I would always like kind of treasure it. I still have it.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sweet.
So and yeah, it sort of set me on that path of collecting comics and realizing, hey, there's more to it. But my parents, being my parents, they would just buy me like Richie Rich, Donald Duck, all that kind of stuff. And they wouldn't let me buy the superhero stuff.
Hmm.
So when I went off to university, that's when I was like, oh, I can buy all the sexy girl comics that I want. And and it was actually the, you know, the early 90s. I'm not sure if you guys remember that, the bad girl craze. Do you remember that? Like Lady Death,
Oh sure.
Vampirella,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lady
Oh
Rawhide.
yeah.
Um I was like gobbling that stuff up. I
Early
loved that stuff.
'90s. Yeah.
Early 90s,
Yeah.
over the top sexy girls, over the top guys with muscles on top of muscles that are in muscly places that shouldn't be muscles. Um, so yeah, so I really got into it. You know, I bought a whole bunch of 90s comics, and I really got into Vampirella. She was my favorite of all of them.
Okay.
And I kind of went down, like, I have like a personality where I go down rabbit holes. Like you know, I discover one thing and then I keep on digging and like discovering more. So
I'm
I
similar.
have, yeah, I have this sort of obsession of getting first appearances. So I was like, okay, well, Vampirella comic, it was Harris that came out with Vampirella, in the comic form. Um, and I was like, oh, but where did she make her first appearance? And then I learned it was in the magazine. So I was like, went down that path of trying to get the magazine first appearance of Vampirella.
Hmm.
And then I thought,
Hmm.
oh, but there was, and then I got into Warren collection, like collecting, and I collected all the Vampirellas, all the creepy, eerie, all that stuff. And I
Okay.
just really got into that rabbit hole of collecting Warren magazines. But at the same time, I was collecting other things. Like I still loved like cartoon characters. Like I like Bone. Did
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Did you guys ever
Yeah.
read Bone?
of
Bone's
course.
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember
So I
Bone when it
got
came out.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got the whole entire run of Bone.
Oh wow.
All first prints. Back in the day, back when they
Yeah.
were still affordable.
You've told the heartbreaking story of
Yeah, that was
going into the
brutal.
shop.
Yeah, so actually, I think I started collecting Bone from issue 6.
Mhm.
And so the shop, like the Bone was like an instant success. Like it
Yep.
was like really expensive right off the bat.
Yeah, it
I
was. I
remember.
Um
remember that. Yeah.
and I actually was committed to getting, like, I wanted to get I'm a completionist as well. And the shop owner guy said he just got in. They had gotten signed copies of the early issues of Bone. I think up to issue 5.
Oh, cool.
And they said that they would sell me 1, 2, 3 first prints. I think 2 and 3 were signed, and even remarked. There was like a little Bone sketch. But so I said, sure, I'll buy them. And when he said, oh, they'll be, give us a couple days, we'll bring them in. And when I got there, I ran to the shop when they said they were bringing them to the shop, and the guy was putting price stickers on them. And I was like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah. What the
not,
hell?
he wasn't putting price stickers on the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That I could understand. He was putting them on the comic.
it's
It's like
so silly.
it's so stupid. It's like these were mint. These were like 9.8, like
Yeah.
really high grade. And
Go right to
I
jail.
actually,
Right to
Yeah.
jail with that guy.
Yeah.
yeah. So I actually did try. Like I removed the sticker. Like I actually saved 2 and 3, but number 1, he did them in order. Of course, he did number 1 first. And so when I removed it, it left like that, sort of like a
Residue.
residue slash. It kind of removed a bit of the color. So
Yeah.
it graded out at like an 8.
Pulled some
Oh,
of the ink out. Yeah. Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, so it was like, man, it's like it was a beautiful copy too. But yeah, so that was my Bone story. But yeah, so I went down the rabbit hole of collecting Warren magazines, and to show you how much of a completionist I am, I got every single thing they ever produced from the United States.
wow.
So, and that's like several, like about, it's over 1,000 magazines that they produced, and some really are just really obscure, like some really awesome stuff. I didn't bring any, but
Okay,
I'm sorry, I'm
that's
babbling
all
about
right.
things that I'm not bringing. I didn't, the Howard the Duck.
You should show that one on your channel. I don't know if you have before, but I
I've
don't think
shown
I've
it
ever
like a
seen you
bunch
show
of
it.
times.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I
Have
feel
you?
like some things I've shown too many times, and I feel like it's shop worn a bit.
I'm getting
I
there.
was
Um,
trying to remember if I ever seen you show that one before, but I don't
I've shown
remember.
my Howard the Duck a few times. It's
Huh.
like it's in a box right there. Um, but yeah, and then the Warrens. I haven't really shown the Warrens that much. The only problem is like the Warrens kind of scare me to get to.
Mm.
Uh, I have like this little closet, and it's like stacked like 5 boxes high.
It's climbing up to
And
get
then I
on.
put original art on top, so it's just like this big. And so it's like, like if did you ever play that Jenga? It's kind of
Yes.
like
Yeah. It's like Jenga.
that. It's like I feel like, and it's always the box in the bottom that you have to take out. It's like, oh crap. It's like taking. It's like it's
But alternating
so
between Jenga and Tetris.
Yeah.
yes, very much so. And like when you put it back, it never fits. It's
Yes.
like somehow you got it in there, but I don't know how to get it in there if I take it out. So yeah, I'm scared to show some. I showed my Zacharella collection Did you see that?
I did. That's where I got the idea to get some. I think I have 3
They're
Zacharellas now that I've got after you showed those.
those are they're just awesome.
Really,
Zacharella,
really
like
cool. I love those.
Huh.
check it for people that haven't. Zacharella and Mexican Vampirellas are the most insane. Like you got to check out
Yeah.
Mexican Vampirellas. They're the best. I'll have to show them. Like if you guys bring me back, I'll do Warren for you guys. Okay.
Absolutely.
But
yeah.
if you bring me back based on my cell phone conditions, okay. So
You got to at least get an iPhone 4. So.
yeah, but so the funny thing is, yeah, iPhone 4. Oh man, the big one. Okay. So yeah. So actually, I was really just collecting Warren and like a few comics here and there. Like I always collected first appearances. The first slab that I got was FF52 with the first appearance of Black Panther. So
Oh,
I was just
cool.
sort of picking those up along the way, like little, not much, not like I was never really super aggressive. I'd maybe buy 1 or 2 a month kind of level. Like
Yeah.
really, like from like compared to now, you think of like
Buy
how much
everything.
I buy all the
Right.
crap that I buy. Yeah, I buy everything. Like I was not buying that much. And that was sort of the way it was up till maybe 2015, and then I started buying a little bit more, and then once I sold, like I lived in a huge house, like, and it was just killing me covering the mortgage. I was like spending like $20,000 a month just to have the mortgage,
Wow.
just to pay for the mortgage.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yeah, and it was like
It's like a
it was just
palace.
killing me. I was working so hard, and then so when we sold that house, I was mortgage free and
That
had a
helps.
little bit of money in the bank, not much, but a little bit. And then but I didn't have that 20,000 every month I was going out. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
I'm gonna play because I was so diligent for so many years, and then I just like, okay, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna buy some cool stuff with this extra money that now I have, that I don't have this crazy
Well,
mortgage.
geez, oh, Pete,
So I
yeah,
was like,
that's
I'm
an
gonna,
allowance.
yeah. So that's like 2017 era, 2000, yeah, where I was like, 2017, 2018. And then I was like, I'm gonna go for all the books that I always wanted. And I basically created a mental list at first, and then I actually wrote it down of all the key characters that I wanted to get the first appearances of. Like, so I started out with silver and bronze, really, when I got into it. I always loved golden, but I just thought it was out of my reach.
I think everyone thinks that at first.
Yeah, I really thought it was out of my reach. I thought, oh, it's gonna be really, really. I just thought it would be out of my reach, like millions of dollars, that kind of
Well,
thing.
some is out of everyone's reach, but there's a lot
Like,
that's still more within your reach than you think.
well, that's the big thing. Like, the thing is, I'm a bit of the product of the '90s. I really had to change my mentality in a way. So in the '90s, there was like low, medium, and high grade. And a lot of the dealers would kind of say, they would kind of mix, like everything would become either medium or high. Like they would even, like, if it was a beat up copy, they would say, oh, it's medium. Like, okay,
Yeah.
sure. They would always, so everything was expensive in a way. Now once I actually got that FF52, that was my first slab. I'm like, oh, there's this weird number on it. And why is it in a case? I
Yeah.
didn't get that it was going to be in a case. I was like, oh, like there's more of a defined, comic thingy, right? Where you can say, oh,
Right.
okay. And it really opened my eyes up to buying low grade. Like uh, you can buy, well, it's still expensive, but All Star 8. That was my
Huge.
first major book. My
Huge,
first, like,
comic.
because I always loved Wonder Woman. I always liked little pretty ladies. So and I always wanted to get that first Wonder Woman appearance. And when I learned that my local comic shop guy had it, I kept on talking him down. He wanted like 30 or 40,000 at first, and I kept on like, I used psychological torture on him, and it's sort of like the water thing where you drop like a little drop. So I go in there every day and say, oh, I just pick at him, like just like
Yeah.
to tell. I got he went from 40,000 all the way down to 20,000 Canadian. So,
Wow.
and then yeah, so I ended up buying it. Like when I sold my house, I had that extra money, and that's what I used it on.
Wow.
Bought the All-Star 8. Didn't tell the wife. I was like, but
But it's the first Wonder Woman. It's gonna
Yeah, that's
come to
yeah, yeah. And it actually, when I got it graded 2.5. So actually
wow.
became
For
like
that
worth it.
comic, that's big.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But and again, of course, I didn't bring it. It's like I'm telling all these stories. I did bring stuff to show. Don't worry, I'll get there. Like,
Johnny.
Absolutely. But
but
so how did you end up? I guess there are two questions, and I'm sorry if I rush you on it. But
mhm.
how did you get into Golden Age, and then how did you decide to start a YouTube channel?
Well, okay, so that All-Star 8. I was getting there.
I'm
I
sorry.
know you got to
I'm sorry.
poke me sometimes. I'm slow. I'm not quite the lemon tree, but
Right.
I have like a more of a lemon bush. Okay,
A lemon weed.
a lemon weed. That's me. So what happened was that book changed my mindset because all of a sudden I was like, I can do this. I can buy those big books, and I really love Golden Age. I just love the history. Like when I was collecting coins, I loved the older coins. I just thought there was like
Right.
something reaching into the past kind of always appealed to me.
Right.
Um, so all of a sudden I was like, okay, I might pick up a few other Golden Age books or a few other first appearances, or like I kind of wanted to go down that route, and then I really got I forgot why, but something about the Comic Code Authority stuck in my mind, and I went down that rabbit hole of Sodi.
Wow.
And really, it was Sodi that got me into Golden Age collecting.
That's a
Because
rabbit hole. That's
I
a
was
real
like,
rabbit hole.
yeah. So I was like, I have to get all these Sodi books. My personality of like being a completionist, and I'm only 3 books away from getting all the books that were mentioned in Sodi.
And honestly, like when you've talked about this in the past, and I mean, you showed the presentation that you did,
Mm-hmm,
like I learned so much. Well, I've learned so much both from you and Steven. But
mm-hmm.
learning a lot about Sodi, it that sparked my fascination with that whole time era, and made me research it and look at those books. So yeah, I mean, it's one of the great things about your channel is that you and Steven are passing this knowledge on to other people, even people who are have been in comics all their life, are learning more about an era that was way before us.
Yeah. The interesting thing is once you go down that Sodi rabbit hole, it's sort of like the idea is this, like, if way back in the 90s, again back to a little bit of the 90s thing, is one of the things is people would never tell you what is cool. You go into a comic shop and you're a noob, and you go, "What's the cool comic?" And they would bring out like Turok #1 or something. They bring out the crap, right?
Right.
And nobody would tell you what's actually cool, right? And
Yeah.
you wouldn't really know until you found it and experienced it, right?
Right.
Well, Sodi was like a who's who of what's cool.
That's right.
I mean, Frederick Wortham hated the best stuff.
That's right. He did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yes.
and so when you go down that rabbit hole of collecting Sodi, it's like, wow, this is a really cool book. Oh, he hated this other book? That's a pretty cool book too. And there's other books that are tied to that book. And you're like going down these rabbit holes of like finding,
Yes.
crime books and horror books and like
This is how I got into
romance and
music as a teenager. Like the PMRC, the Parents Music Resource Council, like all the stuff they hated. I was like, well,
oh,
there must be something to that. So I would go and
this
get.
is the best
I need a
stuff.
Megadeth album.
Yeah. So it became my shopping list. It really did. And actually I brought a couple Sodi to show.
Cool.
So
Cool.
that's actually, so one sec here. If I can figure out where I put them. One sec here. Where did I put it?
Man, I can remember being a noob going in there and having my pull list and having the shop owners like making fun of you because of what was on your pull list. It's like, well, I don't know what to get. I'm just new. I'm still trying to figure it out. They've been
As a teenager, my job, I worked at a Knights of Columbus. I was like a banquet server,
yeah.
and like I lived at home, and so like all of my money was going toward comic books and going to punk rock shows. That's all I did. I didn't do
Oh
anything
yeah.
else.
So well, I went to a lot of concerts as well, actually, in university. But here's one of the
Oh
Sodi
wow,
books. This is
sweet,
Matt Baker as
yes.
well. Okay.
I love his Rula cover. I love Rula as a character. Is Rula the girl or is Rula the
Rula is
Rula's the
this girl.
girl?
Is
Yes, the
Rule of
girl.
the
Okay,
Bull?
Rula's the girl. She's wearing a giraffe costume. So when
I
her
yeah,
like the
plane
chick riding the
crashed,
bull, man. That's cool.
yeah, she's like a Westerner that her plane crashed and
Yeah.
like it killed a giraffe. And so she
right.
uses this dead giraffe's corpse to like make her costume.
Oh
Badass.
Um,
wow.
yeah. Um, so
You've
yeah,
seen mine back here. I think it.
you have the Rula.
Well, all top. The all top I have.
All top. Oh yeah. I'm still trying to get the whole collection of all top. You have the one with the one where she's tied on the branch. I can't see it.
No,
It's too
the
small.
one the octopus underwater fighting the
Oh, that's a
octopus.
good one too. That's a
Yeah,
really good one too. I that's one I'm trying to get. It's not actually one that I have yet. Um,
all
but
things are negotiable.
all things are negotiable. So this one, yeah, it was mentioned in Sodi. This sent me down that path of collecting Rula books and JoJo. I love
Yeah.
the Jungly Girls. They're awesome.
And I love Matt
Um,
Baker. And you've
and
pointed
Matt
this out
Baker,
before. The way he does hair, not only female figures,
the
which he does
hair.
fantastic, but the hair is unbelievable. And every
It's
Matt
very
Baker,
alive, is what I
yes,
would say. Is the way you can kind of distinguish a Matt Baker cover is this kind of like living hair. I don't know. It's
It's
yeah,
like
like
a photo almost the way it yeah.
yeah.
and like the
Um,
contrast and it flows, It's
Yeah.
always really, really nice.
the interesting thing about Matt Baker, and this is why like I kind of made the comment about Phantom Lady 17, probably one of his bigger books, right?
Enormous.
Um, and I said that that is probably not a Matt Baker.
Well, but don't you
Parts of
think
it
that
are.
it's
Parts of it are,
right?
but
Don't
it's
you think
not.
that he did it? He did it, and then what's his name came
Somebody
out and
embellished it.
he
Yes.
augmented a
Yes.
certain portion of the
So I
cover.
think Al Felstein was involved because if you look at Rula on this one, this is a Matt Baker. Look at her boobs. I know, like
They're normal, very normal.
they're kind of small, right? If you
Well, they're
look at
normal. They're
if you
not like
look at Phantom Lady,
17.
if you look at Phantom Lady, it's the same way. Like
Yeah,
when Matt Baker, you can tell it's a completely Matt Baker cover. Her
right.
boobs are small. Look at Phantom Lady 17. It's like those
Yeah.
boobs, like they take up half the cover. Um,
They're like 90s boobs.
yeah, exactly. So that's more either. I think it. The other thing that I don't know, like I feel like I'm, sounding like a total perf, but you have to study the boobs because the boobs are the key to the heart. So
Very well done.
so the thing is like Al Felstein. If you look at the way he draws boobs, I wish I brought. Of course, I bring the wrong books. Al Felstein, whenever he draws girls, if you look at, can you see my junior right
Kind of.
there?
A little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
If you see, like, it looks like they were in a wet T-shirt contest.
Right?
That's the easy or static cling.
Yeah.
There's kind of like the like, and if you look at Phantom Lady 17, it's got that same
What the hell?
look.
Yes.
Okay, I'd have to kind of show, and then you could see it really.
Well, you can see the difference. I mean, I have 16 right above my head, and it's very. I mean, it's beautiful and it's feminine without
Mhm.
being like what the hell? Where did those come from?
Yeah, exactly. It's much more subtle.
Yeah,
It's more
pretty. It's pretty.
it's more glamorous than like
Mine too, Steve-O.
Yeah.
too headlighty. Like yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
that's the
17
difference.
is 17 is very motorboaty.
Very more. Yeah, it's like tune into yeah. So yeah. So that's the reason. But I do like Matt Baker. Actually, the interesting thing is this girl is pretty. uh, you know,
Yeah.
custom. So,
Yes.
there could be an argument there. That those are more like the way Phantom Lady's boobs are, but I still think that it was a mixture of Al Feldstein and Matt Baker.
Most
And they
people seem
worked
to
on
agree.
those a lot. Back in the day, they would work together, and they would, they'd be in the little sweatshop, and they'd be like working together and getting it done. Actually, I brought some more Matt Baker, so we'll just show some more Matt Baker.
I
One of his
love
own
all Matt Baker.
creations. One of his creations was a character called Canteen Kate.
Oh wow.
Canteen Kate.
And it's really, it's kind of like Ermy, humor kind of books, and Good Girl, sort of those three things mixed together.
Nice.
And yeah, it's only 3 issues. It's easy one to complete. They're a bit pricey, but they're kind of fun. But the thing I like about Matt Baker's art, and I've mentioned this on my channel many times, is there's usually more than one story that's happening on the cover. Like, so you got, for example, she's obviously very determined to go wherever she's going. She's with the
To
little
the
guy.
showers, it says.
To the showers, and you see the guys in the background, and there's some kind of action happening with them. They're doing their own thing, but they're also noticing her. So I always found that there's layers with his stuff. Whereas if you look at other people's stuff, everything is sort of happening like in the foreground almost. Like, I'm not sure how to describe it, but I feel like there's more of a layered story that's happening on a Matt Baker cover.
All the guys' heads turned.
Yeah.
They've all turned around to look.
Yeah, and this guy is like, he's actually shy. Why is there?
He's covering himself.
He's hiding his boobs.
Oh, good girl.
Yeah, what's he doing? I don't know. So but yeah.
Please don't look at me.
Yeah, exactly. It's really weird. So one sec here. I did bring others. One sec here of Matt Baker. I think I did.
Johnny says maybe they're wondering why there's a kid at the army base.
I don't get that. And he's like a little Asian kid, actually, too. It's probably Korean, because it's probably Korean War. It's like 1952. Yeah. So here's some. These are like the lesser 7 Cs. I don't have the big number 4 or 6, but this is
still
number
cool
3.
Though.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And you got her legs, as Stephen would say, akimbo.
Yes, he has been the best.
And it's like a little bit of like some tentacle-y thing going on there with the guy.
Yeah, Matt Baker was tentacle before tentacle was cool.
Yeah, actually,
it's very.
Let me take it out of the thing.
Very innuendo where she's grabbing that tentacle.
It's a little bit. I didn't even. Wow, Big Nasty, you're living up to the name now. So,
that's right.
So yeah, I actually like this one. I don't like
do
it
too.
As much as
I do too.
As 4, like with the shark, but I do.
Yeah,
like
that's
it. Yeah.
Those other two are the 2 that you called out are the one with the shark and the
one where it's like she's like dangling waterfall.
They're both water covers, right?
Yeah.
They're both
This is the other, like I got the cheapie, like these are expensive, but the cheaper, the cheaper 7 Cs. So this is the other one I have.
Wow, that's still great.
Yeah,
man, I like that. What
so
she got on her?
Now, Matt Baker,
she's like throwing a spear or something at the guy.
Oh, she's throwing it.
Over her headlights, or they got like X's or something?
It's just like, like those kind of bamboo-y or like leaves kind of thing on like on sort of tribal. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you see where it's like here? Zoom in.
Oh, okay. It's just wrinkles of the thing. Okay.
It's not wrinkles. It's like some like print, like like
oh yeah, like a
like leaves or something.
Like a big hot leaf or something. Yeah, that's what.
And he's still doing that to show off that part too. Like that's part of
product placement.
He was considered master of the female form. So
Yes.
Yeah,
And
those are
um,
nice. I like that.
now
yeah,
he died really young, right? Like
I think he was
30.
52.
Oh, 52. I thought he died in
Oh,
his
wow.
30s.
No, no, no. That's not when he died. That's how old I think he was. He was like 50, early 50s when he
Oh,
died.
I thought he died in his 30s, right? Why did I think that?
No, he died in like I think end of like either 1959 or 1960, somewhere around there.
Oh, okay. I guess I don't know. I guess I always thought he died,
He
much
died
younger.
young.
Yeah, it's very
I mean,
young
he's like the
still, but
same age. Like that's my
right.
age.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
But
was
know.
like
gonna
back then, yeah, back then though, I mean, like it was like if you look at somebody in their 50s back
I
then,
know they looked really
they look
old,
like,
right?
yeah,
They
decrepit
looked like
almost
almost.
100. Yeah,
90. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But
hard living.
yeah, I got one more Matt Baker, and then I'll actually two more Matt Bakers. I did. I knew I brought Matt Baker. I don't know. I I tried to bring different
30,
things to each show
Derek
that I
Derek
did.
just said he was 37 years old when he died.
Oh, 37. Oh, wow. I was totally off.
Yeah, I thought he
So
I
I
thought
think
it
he.
was
And what year did he die? Am I right?
59.
59.
Derek said.
1959. I knew it was 59 or 60. I was like, at
Yeah, I
least
knew.
got that right.
Yeah, I was pretty confident it was in his 30s, but I was standing to be corrected.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So that means that tells you how young he was
Really
when he
young.
was doing these. So
Yes.
if that's like he was 37 in 1959, and these are from the 40s.
So about
So
he
he was
probably
like
had
in his
about
like 20s doing these things.
he probably had
Yeah,
maybe about 15 years of real work, like in the because it wasn't like early 40s, right? It was mid 40s that he started.
Yeah, he started 1947, I believe, which is Jumbo 69 was his
Mhm.
first published work.
Yeah.
So I think that's 19. Maybe it's earlier than that. Maybe it's like 1945. Um, but it was
huh.
like sort of in the mid to late 40s that he started.
Yeah.
Johnny says he was born in 22.
Yeah, yeah, which would make sense. 37 plus. Okay, and this is another one of his kind of
Oh,
cool ones. I like these weird mirror reflecting ones.
Yeah.
yes.
And girl in the green dress. Um, the other one that's really cool. The only problem is if I try to show it, the other one's actually Crime Reporter #2 is his other one that he did in this run, and it's actually a pretty cool cover, but it on camera you can't see how cool it is. Like on the cover, she's actually getting shot in the hand,
Oh, you've
but
shown that. Yes. Yes.
it's really hard to see because it's like a red line that kind of goes across. It looks like whenever you get a copy of it, you'll see like it looks like somebody took like a red pen and kind of went across the cover, and you think,
Mm.
oh, somebody ruined my comic, but it's the bullet going through her hand.
Well,
It's pretty
Huh.
cool. But this one shows a bit better, so that's why I chose it to show.
yeah,
And it's just
I
I
like
don't know. I
that.
like these reflecting ones. Like another
Yeah.
one,
I do
yeah.
too.
The other one is Blue Beetle 54. Yeah, it's another kind of
The classic with
okay.
where did the bra go?
Yeah, where'd the broad go? That's what all the guys ask. Oh, I actually brought two more Matt Bakers. Wow, I brought more than I thought. Okay, so this is a. The reason I show this is one of the things that I really try to promote on my channel is sure I show a lot of big books and like this is like millions of dollars and no not never but, but they're like
They
there
look
are
it.
expensive books but
Yeah.
this book is an example of one that's affordable and Matt Baker. So this is Amazing Ghost Stories, and there is only 3 issues. Amazing Ghost Stories number 14, or it was number 14, or yeah, number 14 must be 14. I always
Yeah.
forget the numbering. It's always weird numbering. That's why it always messes me up. Number 14 is them in a boat and they're battling these like it looks like creatures from the Black Lagoon. Okay,
Yep.
and that book is crazy expensive. Generally, even in low grade, you're looking at like $500 to $1,000, like for a 1.0 or even a 0.5 kind of grade. So, very expensive book. The other two in the same run, you can get actually a fairly like this is a reasonably high grade. I think I paid $200-300 for it.
Very reasonable.
So that's what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying.
good.
It's
Yeah,
and it's actually a pretty cool cover still. You got this weird ghost girl and kind of pointing at her and screaming, and you got her, and they got these weird zombie guys over here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's
Yes.
these zombie guys.
yeah,
Still a cool cover, and Matt Baker. And it's interesting when you get. I always like comics where you get artists doing stuff that they're not normally known for. So
Right.
Matt Baker's known for Good Girl. This is horror, and it's kind of cool that you get a little
He only
bit.
did like 3 or 4 horror covers, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it was the three ghost stories, amazing ghost stories that he
And
did,
then
and
Nightmare. He did
a
that.
nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, is the other one that I was gonna say. Yeah. So I have the complete Matt Baker horror collection. So, so,
He
but
did interior work on horror covers though, on horror comics.
yeah, I was actually surprised how much interior he did. Yeah, he did a lot of interior stuff. Um, but one last one for Matt Baker is Fighting Marines, and this is just
Oh, I love
another
that.
ooh, that one's
another
cool.
crazy cover. And this is going to segue into another book I want to show you specifically.
I know the book that I know what the segues to.
Yes,
This is because you recently completed the segue to the segue.
exactly. Yes, you're right. So I will show that
I'm
segue in a
reading your
minute.
mind. I'm reading your mind. I know where you're going, and
So
I like
this
it.
it actually makes sense. So this is a Matt Baker cover. Actually, another affordable book, like that $400 to $500 range. I know that
Oh
sounds
wow,
that can be sound expensive, but for what it is, I think it's actually a little bit underrated.
it's
Um,
fantastic.
it's I mean the guys are like being
Yes,
torched. It's
yes,
pretty horrific, and it's a Matt Baker. Like this is a guy that is
Yeah, I
known
love
for
that,
like
man. It's
Pretty
real awesome.
Women, right? And it's just
yeah.
like this over the top Korean
That's why I
noir
like it.
comic.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah,
something different other than just doing the women.
yeah. Fighting Marines was actually where Canteen Kate was first introduced.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So kind of the connection, to the other thing. Now the reason I showed this one is it's a flamethrower cover, and I think flamethrower covers are pretty cool. And that leads into this book.
I knew it. I knew where you were going, and this is on my top 20 list. This is a
Yes.
top 20 book that I want to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love
Um,
that, man.
and I actually like this better than what it got used for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich's favorite
Um,
cover coming next.
My favorite. Yeah. What I bug
so
Chaco about all the time.
yeah. So murder my buddies, will ya? And then he
I love it. I love that cover so much.
Yeah, that one's so
and then you
cool.
can see the segue that's coming to, right, the
I need that one too.
yeah.
I have
So
War
this is
Fury number 2, but
This
I
is
don't
War
have number
Funny.
1.
Yeah, this is Fury number 1. War Fury number 2 is actually cool, and I actually just lost recently on my comic shop. They had a copy of that. I lost. I was like, goodness.
It's
But yeah,
cool, but that's
it's a cool
better.
one. It's the one with the
The medic.
yeah. Oh wait. Is it War Through? What's the one where it has like the Russian the Russian hand? You can see like the hands, and then it's
Oh, maybe that's 3.
maybe
I'm
that's 3. Maybe I got them mixed up in my mind. I have
okay.
2, like
Or
the
I do.
medics.
Maybe I have 2 and 3 mixed up. One or the other, but the one I have is the one with the medic where the medic
With
is treating the guy
and
and
they're
then they're
about to
like,
kill them.
yeah, they're both killed, both of them.
I have that one too.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah, that's cool. I do have that one,
Okay.
but I don't have the other one, whichever it is. I don't know the numbering.
I'm with you.
Um,
I have the one with the medic.
yeah, the one with the medics is still cool. They're all cool, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was trying to get the set. Is my point. Um, so this is the other one,
There it
and
is.
you actually stole this book from me.
I did. I did.
Yeah. Because I think we both
Oh,
watched the same video on Bry's Comics, right?
That's right.
I
Brian
gotta,
And
had
I
it up.
gotta,
I
I
went
gotta have
so
that.
quick, and somebody like, who's the idiot that bought this book?
It's this guy.
I was like,
As soon as I saw it, I bought it.
I tell people this all the time. Always buy what a dealer isn't a specialist in. So
Yes,
if Bry, he knows his modern comics.
that's
He
right.
knows them really well. He knows his Silver Age. He does not know his Golden Age.
Yes.
And like I heard, oh my goodness, you'll love this. Okay, so this is a great. Okay, quickly, this is a great book. Don Heck. Okay,
Oh,
um,
I gotta have that.
great book.
I
Guy
must
bullet
have
in
it.
the head. Awesome book. But I'm going to
Must
tell you
have it.
A Bry comic story, and this is only for your audience. This is we got to keep it secret. Okay, this is a
Keep it
secret that
secret. Keep it safe.
Secret, yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys a secret about Bry's comics, and I think you'll know this secret slightly. But I was watching one of his videos recently, and he was talking about the overall market. Okay, and he was talking about how he prices his books for his store. Okay,
Yes,
and
I saw this video.
and he was saying that he knows that the price sure last year was like $5,000, but this year things have been a little bit slow, so he kind of priced it as if it's like 4,500 or something. You know what I mean? Like he kind of took like 10% or 20% cut on the price. He kind of priced it accordingly,
Right.
and he did the same for Golden Age.
That's right.
Even though Golden Age has been on a like upward trend,
Right.
he priced the books below where that the fair market value is.
Yes. And
Like, so it's so insane. So when you bought that horrific, I was like, what
the
moron priced this book? He priced it so low for what it is. It was just like because he was pricing it like as if the book has been dropping, as if it was
yeah.
another one of these COVID books that dropped 90%.
Yeah.
Um, he just didn't price it right,
I you
and
know I
that's one thing that I go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry.
What were you gonna
You're
say?
skipping for a second there. But we've talked. You and I have talked about it. I've talked about it with AG. I like Bry. I talked to Bry. I know there's some people who are friends with Bry. I know Johnny's friends with Bry. So is
Mhm.
Crom. I like Bry a lot, and I like his deals. But yeah, there are times
He's a good
with the
guy.
Golden Age where he'll price it either really high or really low. Like he's not where he knows the other stuff. But like I always say, it's like, I mean, if you're a professional and if you're a dealer, you have to know. I mean, I'm like if you're coming in, $300 or $400 below where it probably should be. I mean, you have to know. I mean, because like if it were like a Silver Surfer key or an X-Men key
You
or
would know, yeah.
an Avengers key, somebody would scoop that up instantly. Just because maybe you or me or AG, someone knows. I mean, I'm going to buy it for what you're going to sell it for, and I
Hmm.
in fact I asked Bry to come on the channel. He's just really busy, I think, but yeah, I mean, but even on top of that, he still offers really good deals, and he's a
Yeah,
really nice
yeah,
guy. And yeah, but I'm not going to correct you. I'm not going to tell you,
yeah.
hey,
Don't correct him.
that you're like that's way too low. I can't. You're a dealer. You need to know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's sort of like I always like to buy against the grain, if that makes sense. Where if I see it's a modern dealer and they have Golden Age, I'm gonna be like, okay, this is where I'm gonna buy a very affordable Golden Age because they're just gonna
Right.
price it totally wrong. They're gonna pull out their Overstreet guide or something stupid and like, I'm like, oh, this is the time I'm gonna get some Golden Age cheap. And it was just like when I had my claim sale. Um, you know, Yaniv is a very savvy dealer, okay? But when he priced a few of his modern books,
They were
he was
low.
like out to lunch. He didn't know what he was. His prices were way too low,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What do you like?" I wanted to claim some of the books that he was showing because they didn't make sense. Like Big Nasty, you gotta like
You got
you
an amazing deal.
really gotta steal. You stole that book.
Yes.
Yes.
The police are hunting you right now. We're coming to get you. You stole that book. I mean, it was insane.
Yeah.
So, it's like that's what you do though. When you see a collector, you buy what they don't have an interest in, right?
Right.
He's a golden age guy. He knows the golden age. It's hard to get like a good, a steal from him on the golden age. But in terms of the modern stuff, he's just like he just doesn't know. So yeah, I always like going against what they're buying or what they know.
And
Um,
you've mentioned this also on eBay. Like if you pay attention to the listing, like a lot of times people when they list it, you can tell they don't know what they have. Like
yeah.
they're just putting something up there and floating it out there.
Well, what I'll do is like I like Matt Baker. I like LB Cole. I'm a big LB Cole fan, right?
Sure, me too.
And what I'll do is if I'm trying to find some new LB Cole stuff or Matt Baker stuff, what I'll do is I'll do a search on eBay for Matt Baker. Okay. And then basically you'll find a whole bunch of listings and the prices will be totally out to lunch, right? They'll be
Most of
like
the time.
these crazy prices. And then but then you take that same listing title, like if it's like authentic police cases or diary secrets or something like that where it's a Matt Baker, and then you put that into just search that without the Matt Baker, all of a sudden you'll find people that sure they know that the name of the cover is whatever it is, but they don't know the significance of it, they don't
Right.
know who the artist is, they
Census
and they
count.
and they just say, "Oh, it's an old book. It must be $100." Like,
Right. Yes.
and they price it that way. And
Of course, they'll
I've
ship
actually,
it to you like shit.
yeah, well, yeah, if they're selling it, I feel like like that's the price they want for it, and they're happy to get that price. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
um,
agree.
and there was actually a guy that I found on eBay, and I'm gradually buying all of his books because he he takes that story that I just said to the next level. They don't even write the title of the book. They
Wow.
don't even and they just write old comic. It's like, what are you
Oh my
doing?
god.
What are you doing? And so all of his listings are old comic number one, old comic number two, old comic number three.
Old
So yeah,
Okay, now
comic.
I gotta save
Yeah.
that
no,
search.
no. I see. I
Yeah.
didn't actually say it's not truly what he listed there.
It's something
I
else.
wouldn't. I'm not going
No,
to
I
give
know.
away all my secrets,
I
people.
protect my honey holes too.
So it's a honey hole on eBay. It's like the craziest thing that,
Yeah.
and like everything is like maybe half or a third of what it should be. It looks like he took an Overstreet guide to price them out.
Wow.
So it's like, oh man, this is so funny. It's like, so yeah. So okay. So I
Old
showed Matt
comic.
Baker. I another
Say,
one.
Alan, before
Yeah.
you get to the next books, just I one of the things I've never really heard you talk about is
Mhm.
why did you start the YouTube channel, or
Oh, sorry.
how did you
I
get to that?
I went. See, this is the rabbit hole.
That's
Like I
okay.
go
No, it's okay. It's
right.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so I actually okay. What happened was I actually started a different YouTube channel. Okay, because I just liked the idea of doing YouTube. I just thought
Sure.
I had a lot of stuff to talk about. And it was all about social issues and like stuff like that. And I got up to like 2,000 subscribers on it, and but my family hated it because it was very right wing, and my family was a bit more lefty,
Okay.
and they were like, "Oh, we're embarrassed,"
So like
and
courting controversy.
yeah, I was very controversial actually. So I was like, okay, for my family's sake, I'll just stop that channel, and then like, what else do I like, babbling about? And I started the YouTube for my comics, and I thought that was a way to sort of appease my family. So yeah, I always liked um the weird thing about me is when I was a kid, I had to do a debate in I think it was like elementary school, like
Mhm.
junior high, and I was all prepared. I was like, I'm gonna crush my opponents, and when I got up to speak, I couldn't even get a word out. I was
Oh
so
wow.
shy. I was so shy, and I was so embarrassed. I just sounded like a complete moron. I just like I couldn't get even a simple point out.
I think
Uh,
everyone's seen that before. Like in school, like there was somebody who was so shy like that.
yeah, that was me. So what happened was I was like, okay, I cannot be like this, So I actually joined the debating club in high school.
Good.
And it
That's
just
good.
happened that my debating club in high school was like the best debating club in North America. Seriously,
Wow.
they beat the Harvard team. They
Wow.
yeah, they like
Wow.
they were high schoolers and they went up against Harvard's team and they beat them.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That's impressive.
And they won the North American championships for debating. Okay, that's the
Wow.
level of debate. So I went from this like lame shy kid that can barely talk to like learning from the best. You know what I mean? Like and learning how to debate and how to speak and do public speaking.
Yeah.
And then I really, in my day job, I actually do a fair amount of public speaking. And I wanted to, I want to be the next YouTube celebrity, right? So, so I wanted to, put that into something, right? I wanted to do like, and I do need that balance. So YouTube for me is the balance with my crazy life, and I love comics, so I want to share that love on YouTube.
Now,
So that's
do you
yeah.
ever feel like one of the things I've felt and I've expressed it before is it was like an itch I didn't know I needed scratching. It was like a creative outlet that I found that I didn't even know I needed it, and it's like I thought I could do it, and like I said, your channel inspired me, but like when I started doing it, there was like this. I don't know. It was like a relief. Like, wow, I really needed something where I could just say my thoughts and do my own thing and my own creative thing, and then you start to meet people and you like-minded people and people who wanted to talk about comics. It's been like a real refreshing thing for me. I guess that's how I would say it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. The thing that I think all of us can kind of relate to this is comic collecting is a very lonely hobby.
Oh yeah.
It's not like you meet some girl in a bar and you say, "Hey, honey, I collect comics."
Yeah.
It's like it's like it's not like a cool thing, right? It's not like you
Right.
How
go
you know my
around
pickup
bragging about
lines,
your
man?
comic.
Yeah, chicks don't like it. It
Yeah.
turns out.
Yeah, it's not. It's yeah. You don't. Yeah, you don't brag about being a comic book collector, and generally you
No.
don't know that many people. You know, so that was another thing that for me was really important about doing the YouTube channel was like finding other people that collected and engage with them, like
Sure.
Yeah.
and like meet all these people. Like I'm the comic book community has been so welcoming,
Oh yeah.
and just like just cool people. Like I mean, like when I was a smaller channel, I was surprised that people would actually reach out and sort of start saying, "Hey, do you want to come on my channel or do you want to do this?" And
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. Like that's yeah, I think you've experienced the same, right?
Yeah, and also like people I didn't even know watch my channel. Like you know, like you
Hmm.
know, like for the comic book community awards, like suddenly I'm watching like Mon Comics and he's nominating me for best new channel, and I've never talked to him. I didn't, I mean, I've engaged, I've said a couple comments. Of course, I've watched his channel; it's a great channel, but I didn't even know who he knew who I was. But or yeah, I mean, we've talked to a couple other people, or I always say, Brian at Beyond Wednesdays, where he has a bigger channel and he mentions me all the time, or or it's been it's been humbling for me to and yeah, I don't want to. This is about you. It's not about me. But as you've said, it's like how welcoming people are and how people are so willing to help you out, like and mention you and give you a push, and it makes me want to do the same. Like I want to help other channels. I want to
Yeah.
pay it forward. Especially if I ever get
When
much bigger, I'll do that all the time. Of course.
That's what I try to do as well. Actually,
Yeah.
we did that competition where we had to shout out or create our ideal comic team, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
I noticed that that's what you did. You created your your rookie team and
Yeah.
up and coming. Yeah. I think that's the way we, I really do like that. I think that's a good way of thinking that we're all in it together and we're trying to build each other up rather than just tear each other down. Like
Right.
that's why I don't like the channels that really get into the drama.
Yeah.
I prefer channels where it's much more positive and it's just about the love of the hobby.
Yep.
So yeah. But
Yeah.
do you want me to show some more books?
Oh, please do.
Yeah,
Please
yes.
do.
Okay, so I did grab a few random ones, and I'm just going to show some random ones. This one I wish it was a little bit higher grade, but
Oh yeah,
you
Black
probably had.
Terror.
Yes.
This is the Black
That's
Terror
Archivist's
Exciting
favorite right
Comics
there.
number 39. It's the candy. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
the candy bar
The
cover where
Nazis like poisoning the
they're putting
candy
the
one.
poison,
Wow. Yeah.
and then in the window you see the Nazis giving the
Giving
candy
the
to the little
candy out.
kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
I wish it was higher grade, but
that's early Black Terror then, right?
yeah, it's a
Is
beautiful.
see, I've always liked the Black Terror. Is Black
Well,
Terror
it's number.
usually, or is it usually
Um,
pricey? The Black Terror run, because I've always
yeah,
liked Black Terror, but I've
yeah.
just never been able
There's
to
a
find.
few issues that are less expensive. The cooler the cover, the more expensive they are. Like something like this would run around 700 in a 0.5.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Schomburg could be just pricey.
Yeah,
Any Schomburg
yeah.
gets a premium. But
It's
yeah, like
well,
yeah,
it
I
depends on
mean
the
Black
cover,
Terror is
really.
cool. It's what?
Oh, Black Terror is cool. But there's a lot of them that are very affordable. Is my point. I'm
Okay.
sorry if I'm lagging. I feel like I'm lagging.
A little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I know, like
So I'm
Alan,
going to
with
show you
me,
some.
I kind of not jump around when I'm collecting different runs. How do you focus on? I mean, how do you decide how you're going to collect what run? Like my next run's going to be this. How do you decide that for the Golden Age when you're doing that? Is it something that you're
He
um,
collects everything.
yeah, I know he does. I'm the same way.
um,
I collect everything, but yeah, it's like I'll
is it
tend
a
to like
comic
focus
book?
on
Is it from the
something.
Golden Age? I'll get it. Usually what I do is there's certain runs that I'm going after.
Yeah.
Um, like what happens is if I start buying a bunch of books, like a good example is Crimes by Women. Um, actually, I thought I brought. Oh yeah, here, Crimes by Women. Okay.
I have a few of these because of you. You're the one who recommended
This
them.
is Crimes by Women number. Yeah, this is Crimes by Women number 3. It's also a book from the Seduction of the Innocent, and it's got great good girl and kind of cool, kind of a cool book. Um, the I ended up picking up a couple others from the run, and then I'm like, oh, why not just finish the run?
I
Yeah.
knew you did.
That's just the way like the way I
What do you
think,
do?
right?
Okay.
I
And
started
so
buying these because of you. You're the one
yeah,
that showed me these, and
I'm only
I've got
missing
3 now.
one. I'm only missing
Wow.
one. It's driving me
Wow.
crazy.
Which one are you missing?
I think it's 8, number 8. I'm pretty
Let me
sure.
see.
I always forget the numbers. It's the
Like,
one where it's a girl in a red dress and she's like being pushed in the front or something like that.
oh no, I don't have that. But the one I have over here is top of census. It's this 5.5. That's top of census
For
for that
which
comic.
one?
Number.
Is that the one with the leg? I can't see, so just assume I
Yeah.
can't
Sorry,
see it.
I'll pull it down. Sorry,
Just
this is about you,
describe the
not me.
cover to me, and I'll know it.
You blacked this out.
It's 14. It's I think it's this one. It's either this one or the other one, but it's top census. It's they got the guard tied up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
I just picked that up a few months ago.
Another
Yeah,
Comic Link win.
that's a good win. That's a nice one. And it's top of census at a 5.5.
Yes, there.
Wow.
I was surprised when I got it.
Yeah, I forgot what grade mine is. Like obviously not a 5.5.
It's either this or the other one. One of the two is top of census, but I think it's this one.
Yeah. I generally buy lower grades. That was one of the things that I learned early on, that you can save so much money if you buy either restored or lower grades. I just, I want them all. So it's like, how can I afford them all? That's my secret of how to afford stuff.
Yeah.
I do like 3 O's, 3 to that 3 to 5 range is kind of my ideal spot. Like if I can get a book in a 5 grade, I feel like, oh wow, that's a really solid book.
Oh
For
yeah.
Golden Age, if you said that for silver or bronze or
Right.
something, you'd be like,
Or
what are you like?
modern.
Yeah,
You're like,
modern.
what?
It's like, yeah, those are that's it. If you want cheap books, you can buy moderns for like in a
That's
four.
right.
Yeah,
They can look like garbage.
they look like garbage. Yeah. Here's another Schomburg.
Oh shit, man, that's nice.
I
That's
haven't shown
really
this
cool.
for a while, so I figured, hey,
Yeah, I
this is a
like
good one
that.
to show. This one has like so many of the classic Schomburg things, and that's why I kind of brought it. Um, I always feel like Schomburg labels stuff. So he like, he has like, what does it say? Gestapo headquarters in
Right.
the
Oh,
background, and
warning
Is
he
there
poison.
warning
is
poison,
yeah.
and it's like you got the doctor. He's got like a dagger in one hand,
Yeah.
hypodermic needle in the other hand. You got
Yes.
all the little instruments like around here,
Like the
Yeah.
all the
punishing,
torture
like he's
instruments,
torture, yeah, all the tortures.
Right.
and like the guy's got like a machine gun in the back. You got the soldier like not only is like he's like tied down and gagged, but then another thing that Schomburg will always put in the corner is like this brazier
Yeah. The pokers.
with like some like hot pokers.
Yeah.
That's yeah, they
Now
got to have the hot pokers, right? If
Yes.
for
you're gonna
for
torture, you got to
some
do it right.
for somebody like me that's just I've been watching your show and with Chanko and stuff. I'm still dipping my toes into the golden age side of it and stuff, trying to learn as much as
Mhm.
I can. Is there a book that has like the different like an all-in-one book that has like a lot of the different artists and examples and stuff like that that you could get that I could get to study because me being very visual and art
So
have art driven
I
eye,
recommend getting the Gerber guides. Get the Gerber guides.
the Gerber
Um,
guides.
yeah, the Gerber like the big
Oh, okay. Well,
There are
yeah,
two
like that
volumes,
one right,
and
the Gerber
they
guides.
have all the
So one of the
and that's
tricks,
all
like if
golden
you
age
look, like
stuff.
actually go,
mostly. It's gold and silver.
yeah. N-
Okay.
So one of the tricks that people have done, wait, keep on showing that Chunko. Keep showing Chunko for a second.
Okay.
I want to show something. So if you look at that cover, you'll see Horrific 3 is right there.
Oh no, I
Oh,
heard
it's
the
It's
on the
on
threes
the
on the
front.
cover,
front.
on the
It's on the
front,
front right there. Yeah.
right there. So
Yeah.
Yep.
a lot of the way people collected was like, I don't know what are cool books. Well, all the ones that made it on the cover are probably cool books.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get started, right?
I'm
you
definitely
know,
getting that
and on
book.
the
Is that
back.
on
So
Amazon?
the Catman is there, like that Catman underwater cover is really, just a really cool
Yeah.
one.
See, I've always liked
Um,
those Catmans
yeah,
when you and Stepo show off the Catman ones. I really love those.
I
And then
love Catman.
the Gerber, it has the rarity too, right? Or the perceived rarity. Like gives a score.
Yes, the Gerber guy, the Gerber score. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so yeah, like these are you can get these on like eBay or Amazon, and
Okay.
sometimes you can get them like fairly cheap, like
I got them
um
really cheap. I was lucky. My comic shop had a deal on them, like first printings, and I got them for like I think $30 for the two.
my
Oh wow.
volume one is either it was either purchased or stolen from a library, Lamar's public library, and somebody sold it to me, but
Very nice.
Does it
but
still have
yeah,
the card? Does it still have the card in the back?
no,
The sign out card.
Nate told me it's probably sold because it's got like the thing. It's like line
The
through. They probably
barcode,
sold
yeah.
this. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I always like to think that it was stolen because it's a funnier
Stolen, yeah.
story.
Yeah, it's more entertaining. But yeah, but that's one trick, and then the other trick is to use, like as I said, the Sodi, like Seduction of the Instant as a reference
As a
to
guide.
find cool books.
But
Yeah,
that's something like what Chaco had. That's perfect. That's exactly what I was asking, kind of
so
thinking about, because that would be something,
yeah.
just a good reference guide, something like that I can look through and kind of learn a little bit more.
There are even
I'm
cheaper
gonna tell you
ones
guys
too.
one more secret, and I think
Sure.
Chunko. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you one more secret about how to find cool Golden Age. So pretty much most people know like Chamber of Chills 19 or Black Cat Mysteries 50, right? You know, those kind of big books that, you know, go beyond what only Golden Age collectors would know, right? Witch's Tales 25 is another one.
Yeah, all big
Um,
covers.
yeah. Actually, I think I brought that. Did I bring that? I think I did. Didn't I? No, it's right there. Shoot. Um,
I have that.
yeah, you have that. But the point is, I do is I go to my comic shop, ding, you know, and what I
Yeah.
do is I look up that big title, right? I look up, you
Okay.
know, and it's like some crazy price, and I'm totally not going to afford it today. But then what I'll do is I'll look at the books around it. You know, so Black Cat Mystery 50, oh, that's a crazy expensive. Let's look at 49, 48, and all the different other ones, right?
Hmm.
And you'll notice that, you know, sure, that one big book is expensive and crazy, but the other one's actually fairly affordable. And a
Okay.
lot of them are can be almost as cool as the one that is the pricey one. And
Right.
generally that's what I'll do. I'll look up those other like those other issues and see, you know, hey, are there any covers that kind of appeal to me? And I'll look for things that I think are appealing. Like, is there a sexy girl on the cover?
Yep.
is there is there some cool horror thing that's going on? Um, like
I go the opposite way.
one run that what
I I go
you
the
do the
opposite way.
opposite?
I like if I so like which is Tales. I got 25, which is the most desirable. And once I got that, I was like, well, these other ones are not expensive, are as expensive, and I started filling in, and that's how what led me to try to go for the
Well,
Witch Tales run.
that's what I do. That's what I do too. I actually, whenever I collect a series that I know I'm going to collect it. I always go for the big books first, and then
Yep.
go for the run fillers. It's
Yep.
the way I do it too. So I do the same thing. But I'm just saying, as a way to find affordable but cool books, it's a trick that I use.
Right.
And it's amazing how inexpensive they are. One run that I kind of recommend people check out is
Yes.
the Blue Beetle
Yes.
later issues, like from like I think 40s into the like I think it's like into the 50s in terms of the issue numbers. This is number 49, and it's just a great good girl cover.
Rough.
Um, this one I always feel like matches well with Brenda Starr. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Brenda
Yes.
Starr 14.
Where she's
I feel like it's the same
attached
girl.
to the radiator. She's
Yeah,
handcuffed to the radiator. Yeah.
yeah. It looks like you know
It
this.
looks like Brenda Starr.
Yeah. So actually I was gonna bring it, and I was like
She
taking
looks
too
like an
much time.
Amazon.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing is the proportions are totally messed up on this cover.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah,
She looks
she's
huge.
like
She's
huge.
either big or the guy's small.
Yeah.
She looks like a giant. And then
Yeah.
you got Blue Beetle, who is doesn't like he doesn't look like he's that far behind, but he looks
Yeah.
like a little man running
Yeah.
With the
and the
atom.
guy, it's just the
I noticed
perspective is
that.
just
Man.
terrible.
She's got some big,
But
broad shoulders.
yeah, she's a big girl.
Yeah.
I don't think she has to worry. I think she'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well,
She backhand that guy.
It's just shoo him away. But it's a great one. This is a Jack Kamen cover.
I love those old Blue Beetles, man.
Yeah,
so it was really like Kamen and Baker. They were like the ones really during that age doing the most of the good girl stuff, right?
yeah. I actually brought another artist that I think is underrated
Hmm.
and is like in that same echelon of great artists. And I've talked about him a lot on my channel. I just think he is like a brilliant artist. Like in some ways, maybe even better than the other guys. And it's Bill Ward.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So this is Flaming Love. If you look, he'll always do this kind of like see like the gossamer, like right there, like the like the shawl or whatever it
Oh,
is,
yes.
Yeah.
and like just he'll do like these really intricate hair. You know, like if you look at her hair, it's like really intricate
Oh yeah.
and just very sexy stuff. I really like Bill Ward's art. He was the guy that created Torchy.
Oh, that's where I know the name. Yes.
Yeah. So, and if you look at like his later stuff, I'm not sure. I could show it some later his later stuff. It's very
That's
sexy.
That's what
he's
we used
kind
to
of,
call what we used to call some of those ports when I was in the Navy was flaming love. You
yeah.
got
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Pick the wrong girl and you get flaming
yeah.
love. Um,
Or there,
yeah,
yes,
but
there were ports. I was a
gotta be a
corpsman.
little
I was
careful.
Yeah.
yes. We
Yeah,
even though we gave out free prophylactics, still people came back with flaming
with
love.
flaming
With
love.
flaming
Yeah,
Yeah,
love, yeah.
yeah.
yeah. And here's another Bill Ward.
Nice,
Oh,
really
nice.
I
nice.
just think the art, like the detail, is just really good. I think
The hair, man. The hair on that
that's what
is
I'm saying. That's the big thing. Um, if you look up Bill Ward and I think it's like Phone Girls. I know it sounds weird, like a weird combination of things to look up, but he did a series of kind of these sexy pinups of women in like, you know, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, you like it's a headlight cover, but it'll poke your eyes out. Like the girls have like these, they like they're nude and their nipples are like almost like to a point.
They're
yeah.
sharp.
They're
They're
sharp.
sharp covers.
It's
They're
very
like
cold where they're at. Yeah.
yeah, it's the craziest thing. But he likes you know,
Pencil erasers.
Yeah.
yeah. I could show you like I could show you something that's really cool. If you do, you guys want to see more Bill Ward?
Anything you want to
Yeah.
show me something cool? I love
Anything
cool
you want to
stuff.
show, man. Works
This is
for
a
me.
little
That's like my motto. I love cool stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
This is super cool, but it's like I'm not even sure if you can get it anymore. It's one of those. So Fantagraphics did like a collector's series.
Oh yeah, they're like the hippie, right? The
Yeah.
hippie from like
Here,
the Bay Area.
one sec here. One sec here. Oh, bear with me. Probably. It's at the very bottom. Okay. It's this.
Whoa!
Wow.
Okay. So this is Bill Ward. Okay.
Wow, that's really cool. Like,
It's
is it like
huge.
collected works?
Yes, it's the I was saying the Phone Girls, and I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, it's a big book. I keep it in the. I'm like one of those people that feels like you have to keep it in like the original thing and stuff.
Of course.
My Silver
So-
Surfer's the
Wow.
same way.
So
It
this
gotta
is
be
what I'm
boxed.
talking about. These kind of sexy.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow, man. Those are some
And
big headlights.
it's velvet. You know, it's like
Velvet. Holy,
Velvet.
like, jeez.
Like something out of the 70s, man. I love
It's
it.
like they wrapped it in a smoking jacket.
Yeah.
yeah. So let me see.
It's
I
like
won't show any nudity, but
Those velvet paintings, man. He used to
It's
have
like
them as kids.
it's like the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
yeah, let me show you. This
Oh,
Oh,
man.
wow.
That is badass, dude. I
I
love
love
that.
it.
Yeah.
so
Speaking of Bill Ward, he was he an
Wow.
illustrator on Playboy? Am I right on that?
yes, you are.
I was gonna say it looked familiar. It looks
What's the
not
character?
that I ever read Playboy, but
Little Annie Oakley,
Oh, okay.
Annie Fanny.
Oh yeah,
Annie
yeah, yeah.
Fanny.
Yes. Not that I know anything about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say not that I know anything about
I just read
Playboy.
the
I
articles. I just
Right.
read the articles.
Because their
the
movie
art was very
reviews. I was
familiar.
all about the movie reviews.
Yeah. So you know, it's just really great stuff. Like you know, like I'm not. Oh, it's like
Oh.
Nope. That's all right.
That's all right. Well, that was good.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to.
Wow.
they definitely have some torpedoes, man.
Yeah.
She's
So
OP.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you like Good Girl, I think Bill Ward is kind of like
That's I like that book. That's badass, man. I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones. It's really huge. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
I get that all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's she tells me
but
that all the time.
but it's you know I really like Bill Ward. He did a lot of you know a lot of these golden age artists. Like he started out doing, as I said, Torchy and like a lot of the you know Good Girl romance stuff.
Yeah.
But when the comic you know code authority came into play, a lot of these artists had no home. They had nowhere to go really. And Bill Ward was one of those guys that was kind of orphaned by the comic code, and he got into the magazine publishing. So, do you know Sex to 60?
I don't think so. No.
Okay,
No.
that's a series. There's like Look,
Oh, Look magazine. I know.
is it Glamour or something like it? There's a bunch. There's a bunch of like sort of cartoony magazine, like the publisher's Humorama. I don't know if that makes sense, but Humorama is like they published a whole bunch of like these funny books, like adult humor, right?
Sure.
And so he would do kind of his sexy pinups in those. Like they'd be a one panel joke, right? You know, the husband catches his wife having an affair, and the guy says, "Wait your turn." That's like the kind of joke, right?
That's like the Playboy magazines were.
Yeah,
They were
Yeah, that's
usually
what I'm
one
saying. It's
panel.
like a one
Poor hustler.
panel
Yeah.
kind of, and he did. It was very sexy, because he was less inhibited, right? The comics were, even though we consider the Golden Age kind of the Wild West, they did have some, basic rules.
Right.
They was intended for kids. But once he got into the magazines, they could really do wild stuff. If you look at the men's magazines from the 50s to the 70s, that is some really wild stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
So,
even that early like Betty Page stuff is kind of
yeah.
like a lot of kinks going on with
Oh,
that.
yeah. Like the Claw. What's the guy's name? Something Claw.
I don't know that.
No,
He's the guy that would photograph Betty Page.
Oh,
He's the
yeah,
one
yeah.
that made her famous.
Yes.
Irving Claw, I think it is.
Maybe that sounds right. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And those go for big money. Those early photos of Betty Page.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, she was a smoke show. Jeez, holy cow,
Yeah.
she was attractive.
so
Yeah.
in a way, what I hope I'm demonstrating in this interview is
Yeah.
the way my mind goes. It goes like 20 different places at once. I'm
I'm
all
the
over
same
the
way,
place.
man.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
the
Yeah.
like
same way.
that you like hot chicks. Yes, we're getting
I
that.
like hot chicks. I like, but I also go down these weird rabbit holes. So like,
Yeah.
I got into Bill Ward. I thought his stuff was great. Oh, it's in this comic or in this magazine. I'll
Right. Right.
gather it all. I have like a stack of the magazines, these little digest magazines with Bill Ward stuff. It's really great stuff. Okay, last night you and I were on a show together.
Yes.
And I actually felt bad. This is one of my like pet peeves about myself, okay? And it's I have that problem, okay?
It's fine. We all know that you're going to do it.
Yeah.
So I feel bad, but I want to explain that to your audience and maybe repent. I don't know, like ask for forgiveness. But the reason I say that I have that is if I buy it, I must like it to buy it.
Right.
Right.
And so when I'm saying that I have something that somebody else has, that's me saying, "Oh, I approve. I love that book too."
Good.
So that's me saying that's. So last night, and I felt really bad for.
No.
I met Bub's Comics,
Oh yes, yes, yes.
and you asked him, "Oh, show Alan that really cool book." And so he has to dig out this book, and I'm like, he pulls it out and he's like all proud that he has this great book, and I go, I have that, and it's just like it's like how somebody a doctor hits you on the knee and then your knee kind of reflex. It's just a reflex. I can't help it, and I
don't
feel
think he was
bad.
offended at all. He
I
has so
hope
many
that he
cool
wasn't
comics.
offended.
He
Yeah,
wasn't
so
offended.
but I kind of wanted to show one book that kind of complements it.
Sure.
And it's this one.
Yes.
So this is Eerie #1.
Nice.
The first horror comic.
The first horror comic. And again, it's got, I like the fact that this being the first horror comic is what it is. It's got the girl in the red dress.
Yes.
I feel like that's so appropriate.
In bondage, in distress.
In bondage.
Yep.
Yes. In distress with a vampire.
Yep.
Just, it's like, this is like what, fate decided should be pre-code horror. Like all the elements, right? And it's even got the moon in the background too. So just like everything that you would ever want in a pre-code book. And it has another thing that was outlawed by the comic code was using the word eerie. You were
That's
not
right.
allowed to use the word eerie. Um, and
There
so
were
this has
several
all of
other
those
words,
elements.
right? Other
What?
words that they weren't. Didn't they ban
Horrific.
other?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
horrific. Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much. If you can think of your EC titles,
yeah,
any of the words used in those EC titles were banned words. So,
Yeah.
it's like I think Marvel and DC had they were the ones that kind of wrote up a lot of the rules,
yeah.
and because what happened was when they came up with the rules for the comic code, um, um, Bill Gaines, he he
They
was
didn't. They
he
didn't let him
was
in.
well he was in and then he kind of left. He walked out.
Uh,
And that was the mistake that really killed EC because that was basically gave his competitors the ability to write the rules,
right.
and basically, destroy their competitors.
Hmm.
Like people don't realize, but before the Comic Code Authority came in, there was 2,000 publishers.
Wow.
2,000. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like so much variety of books back then. And then after the Comic Code Authority came in, there was maybe only about 200 publishers. It just
Right.
devastated the publishing. Um, so yeah, but this was from Avon, and they didn't survive the Comic Code. Um, and yeah, just a great book. I
And
like
that's a Ruben Blades copy, isn't it?
Yeah.
that's the other cool thing is,
Yeah.
and yeah, I actually got this really cheap because I think I got this from Heritage. And Heritage, this is another tip. So you always buy against the grain, right?
Yep.
With Heritage, they hate restored books. They treat
Yes.
restored as really like, well, oh, that's restored. Ugh.
I've been
They
able to get.
really they
I've been able to get several like that.
and
What makes that one restored? What was done to it?
restored. It's a long paragraph. Let me see. Um, um, small amount. It's actually apparent slight, so it's probably C1. Um, slight amount of color touch. Spine split sealed. That's it. Oh, and then actually, I thought it was like a big long thing because it says from the collection of Ruben Blades.
Yes.
So that's in the restoration. So
Oh wow. They normally don't say that.
I think they put it in the weird spot,
Yeah.
so it looks like it's part of the restoration. So if
I
it's
have
in the,
one Ruben Blades.
I have two or three now. I think
Yeah.
three actually. I mean, I was surprised when he sold his collection. He had a lot of restored books, though.
Way ahead of his time. Like he was collecting stuff in the '90s and stuff where people didn't know about a lot of this, and he had a huge pre-code horror collection.
Yeah, yeah. I love pre-code
Yeah.
horror. My very first Golden Age book was a pre-code horror book. I was in love with EC, and I wanted to get and I went to a convention. I said, "Give me a cheap, just give me a cheap EC book," And I think I paid like $20 or something like that for like a lower grade EC comic that was nothing really special, but yeah.
I bought my first was a pre-code horror book as well, and a couple years ago, two and a half
Mhm.
years ago, that's when I like first started getting into Golden Age. So really not that long.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like the majority of my Golden Age, this collection is only 7 years old.
Yeah, but it's what happens. You get
I
like right now, it's like most of my money is going toward Golden Age, and then and then some variants, some modern variants,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
that's all I'm buying really.
Yeah, that's what I buy too. Um, okay, I'll show a couple more, or
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much you guys like, how long you guys want to go, but
Well, we go like yeah. If you want to show a couple more, then we'll usually bring some other people on and just kind of talk and hang out for another 30 minutes or so. But at any time,
yeah, I have like
it's
a
your
ton of
show.
stuff. I can babble like you think Steven can babble? I can babble
Well,
as much.
what if we do this? What if you show a couple more? We'll bring some of the other like our friends, the homies, bring them in and yeah, whatever you want to show. I mean, I I don't have a bedtime. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll have
Well,
to go in.
I still have to do my show for tomorrow, but
I have
I
to let
haven't
the dog
filmed it
out in
yet.
a little bit, but I can go and come back. So
Okay, so I just want to quick. I'll show a couple cool books. I told you I really like, and this is another Ruben Blades, by the way. So there is a segue to it.
Nice.
Um, uh, I do like my first appearances. Okay.
Yes.
One of the characters that I consider to be one of the biggest villains of the Golden Age, and probably one of the villains of even today. Like, you know, if you're ever gonna like accuse somebody of whatever, you gotta
Let us
call
guess.
them.
Let us guess. Let us guess the villain you're about to go. I'm going to say Red Skull. What do you think he's going to go with, Rich?
Yeah, same.
Okay, so you're both wrong, but you're close. But you're very close. The villain is Hitler.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Well,
well,
all right.
yeah.
So
Real
if you
life.
think of the
I didn't know it
Golden
was real
Age,
life.
Red
yeah,
Skull is like
he's like,
Hitler's clone.
but think of how like Red Skull is kind of like, yeah, like the comic
Yeah.
version of Hitler, really.
Hitler, yeah,
Um, but Hitler was a major villain in the Golden Age. You know,
Yep.
yeah.
the war really impacted comics. Like, you know, the war efforts, the the
Hmm.
propaganda that they really put into the comics was very apparent. And Hitler is a perfect villain, right? You know,
Sure.
he's got the little mustache. He's like,
Yeah,
he's
He's
like,
always yelling.
yeah.
yeah. And it's like they really did characterize him well. So I wanted to get his first appearance.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, um, and I'll show you where his first appearance is. It's a Rubens Blade copy as well. So it's like
Huh.
you can see Rubens,
Amazing
and it's
mystery
this book,
funnies.
Amazing Mystery Funnies. Okay. Now, if you look up what is the first appearance of Hitler, you're gonna get another book. Okay, and I'll explain. So this is the very first appearance of Hitler in comic stories, like where he's actually in the story itself. Okay.
Hmm.
There's another one which is Sun Fun Comics, or Sun Comics or something like that, or you know, um, and it has Hitler. It came out like a couple months before this one, which has Hitler in it as well, but he's in an ad. They created like this weird kind of like serial
Oh,
ad, like it's just like an ad with like has Mussolini, Hitler, and Tojo. Um, but this one actually has Hitler in the story itself.
wow.
Okay.
And it's the story was written by Tarpe Mills of all people. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Tarpe Mills, but
I'm
she was
not.
the one that created Miss Fury.
Oh
Miss
yeah, yeah.
Fury,
Okay, you
Miss
mentioned her
Fury. Are
before.
you
Yeah.
familiar? So Tarpe Mills, she changed her name to make it sound like a male name, but she was really ahead of her time. When she created Miss Fury, she would get it published in the newspapers. And being a female, she changed her name to Tarpe Mills, but I
Hmm.
forgot what her real name is. It's something else, but I think it's Tarpe. Like is like I think it's like a it's obviously a pen name.
Hmm.
Um, but the interesting thing was she would have like lingerie scenes and all this kind of stuff, and this would be in the newspapers. Like she was a like very risque stuff. Um,
Did she? Did now?
for
I am I?
fairly conservative audience.
Didn't
But
she work with like I? Maybe I have the story mixed up, but didn't she like write and uh Matt Baker illustrated? There was like some
no, Alex Schomburg.
Oh, Schomburg. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so she would and Alex Schomburg would do the art. She'd
Yeah, I've heard you
sometimes do
tell the
the art
story. Yeah.
herself. She was an artist as well too. But often Alex Schomburg would do the covers, and they would do sort of. He would kind of a lot of the time he would do the layouts, and then
Mhm.
she would do So they would kind of work together.
Okay, okay.
Um, so yeah, this is just a kind of a cool first appearance. Um, I got this so cheap. I was so excited when I won this. I think it was like 150 or $200.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
Like
Okay.
people just didn't know what it was.
Wow.
And I did the research. It is the first appearance of Hitler in comics. So,
Wow.
you
Wow.
know,
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
real cool.
You know, it's like only in comic books can you
And
say
then I
like
figure out, hey,
someone says,
show
"Hey, I've got this cool Hitler thing," and everybody's like, "Wow, that's great."
yeah. Well, and here's my other Hitler one that I
Oh
figured to
yeah,
show.
Yeah.
that's why you guys review this on the Comic Club.
Yes. Yeah, actually, it's not bad.
They didn't like it.
It's like
Your
it's got
buddies
a
didn't
lot of
like it.
stories. It's really interesting. They didn't like it. They don't really get the golden age. It's like, you know, the art is a little different. It's not as refined as the modern eras. But I really enjoy it. I like the kind of old school style of storytelling. Like
I
they're
do too.
very,
Yeah.
very efficient. Like, you read a modern, you read a modern comic, and like by the end, you read 30 pages and you feel like, who are these people? You don't know anything, in
Yeah.
terms of a modern comic. But you read a golden age book, and within like 2 3 pages you have the synopsis of the story. You know what the character's personality is. You know their motivations. You know the bad guy's motivation. You have like so much storytelling, really like condensed. And
Some of them,
because the
some are
thing about,
goofy.
oh, some are goofy. I'm not saying they're
Yeah,
not goofy. They can be goofy, but my point is like, they're really good at, like, in the golden age they were very efficient about explaining who the characters are, and you really
right.
understood the characters very, very quickly. You got to understand that a lot of the books in the golden age were anthologies. They weren't like, they might be 60 some odd pages, but they would have like 10 different stories. They would have like a bunch of, or six different stories inside, so you'd
Right.
have like maybe 8 pages to tell a pretty complicated story.
Yeah.
And when you have to write that way, you have to be really efficient about explaining everything about that character. Whereas the
Mm.
modern book, that same story might be told over 5 issues.
Right.
Like, instead of 8 pages, it's like, 5 different comics. So it gets very watered down when you're reading it.
Mm.
That's why I like Golden Age books. I was a big fan of like the Twilight Zone, and things
Oh
like
yeah,
where it's like anthology stories, and like,
yeah. The
kind
Tales
of
from the
fun
Dark
little
Side.
short
Remember?
stories. I Tales of the Dark Side, The
Okay.
Night Gallery. There's like so many of those. I was a big fan of all that stuff. And I feel like Golden Age books kind of,
Everybody there?
I can kind of
Yep.
relate to. But yeah,
Hello?
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. We're here.
Are you lagging? Am I lagging?
I think Alan's
We're
lagging
here.
a
We
little
hear
bit.
you.
Everybody?
Oh no, but I think Rich is going
Oh,
off here.
Is everybody
I think
frozen?
Rich is lagging, so it's
No,
not me.
you're frozen, Rich.
It's you, Frozen.
Everybody's frozen on
Yeah.
my end.
No, just you. It's just you,
But for
Hello?
us, we're fine.
Rich. You're frozen.
Okay,
You were
you're back.
frozen for
You're
a minute.
back. You can see your
You're
thing.
back now.
Everybody is.
Yeah, you're back now.
No, no, no.
Okay, I could show one more book, but if you guys really want, I don't know. It's up to you guys. I
Sure. I
just
mean,
have like a ton of things I can show.
well, why don't you show one more? And Rich looks like he's probably got to come back. So, and then when Rich comes back, we could start.
Okay.
I can't bring anybody on. So,
Oh, okay. So that's good. Then I can babble about one more
yep,
book.
absolutely.
So here's the other book that I wanted to show. And the reason I wanted to show this one is, I kind of like, I want to like have one book in a weird way that kind of, I become the person that gets associated to it. And what I mean by that is, this book is underrated, way underrated. It's Superman #4. It is the very first appearance of Lex Luthor. If you
I
look at
forget
the
to
notes,
talk
it'll
about this.
always
Yes,
say second appearance of Lex Luthor or something. And I looked it up. I did all the research. This book is the first appearance of Lex Luthor. The other one came out 2 weeks later. Action 23 or whatever it is.
right.
All right, I'm back.
But it
Yep,
came out
yep.
later. And this one has all the stories are about Lex Luthor. That's not Lex Luthor, that's some other dude.
That's
Lex
the thing
Luthor
that
has red
surprised me
hair in
about it when
this.
you told us
Everybody
about
thinks
that.
it's Lex Luthor. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Lex Luthor, but it's not. You know, the
Right.
funny thing is, this is. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but this is kind of an homage to Action Comics 1. Okay, and
Why?
I'll explain how I say this. So imagine Superman. You got Superman, right? Imagine this
Yes.
is a car. Okay, so that's Superman Action 1 kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
And
because you'd be like
there's the
holding up
guy
the
in the
car.
corner that's running off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's a
You see
different
what I'm saying?
angle.
Do you
Yeah,
see what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's like
I
it's
see it.
flipped. So the guy is on this side instead of this side, right? If you look at Action 1, you'll see what I'm talking about. It
Yeah.
has a
Yeah.
bit of that Action 1. Everybody hates this cover, by the way. This is one of
Feel to
the
it.
hated
Yeah.
covers. But I see Action 1 a little bit in it. Okay. But this one, I really do want to make a campaign to CGC to get them to update the listing and say that this is the first appearance. And if I can do that, then I'll have my, my name in the history books
Right.
that I was the one that, accomplished that. Um, so yeah, but this one I think is very underrated. Again, I bought it as a restored book. Still a pricey book. Even any Superman,
Of
early
course.
Superman's expensive. This is Superman 4.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, I love restored books. I have to say, I really do love restored books. It's just such a affordable way of buying. If
As
this was
Johnny
like this is a 6.5. Yeah.
Johnny in the chat
So this,
said
this is like a six
said
five. Yeah.
you mentioned about restored books, like anything other than trim. Speaking of which, there's Johnny right now, and there's Matt
Okay.
and Stevie.
One sec. What does this restoration include? This
Huh?
one color touch, pieces added, cleaned, and no trimming. So that's good. There's no trimming at
Yeah.
least.
Yep.
Hey guys.
What was
Hey
you
everyone.
saying
Hey,
about
So
Johnny?
you guys were waiting in the back for me to just shut up.
no, you were bugging Rich.
Like, shut
Well,
up,
I was
Alan.
bugging Rich.
But hey, I'm just gonna go real quick. I just gotta let actual
Yeah,
Chaco
yeah.
out. So anybody wants to talk, I'll be back in just a minute. I promise.
Somebody asked me in the chat if I had some Golden Age, and so I actually dug up a couple of the
And a
ones.
hush fell over the room.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
I
it's a
know you
pleasure to
guys
be on with you
excited.
guys. I've enjoyed your show, Alan and
Okay.
Matt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Johnny, I don't know you very well, but it's nice to see you again.
Can you see
Thank.
your picture,
I
Yeah.
like
Steve?
Stevie. Like your picture is right in front of me. Like I actually put it in a place of honor, like right on my wall up there.
Mm.
Well, I feel bad that I gave you the Jay Leno chin, and I'm thinking about redoing you or sending you
I
the
think you
one that
nailed it,
you
Stevie.
saw before.
I think you nailed it. I think it's
Is
perfect.
Matt's sound coming through?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Probably have
there.
Right.
you'll probably have to
You're
go
not
out, Stevie,
frozen,
and come
Matt,
back
today.
in.
Okay. So, as I said, somebody in the chat asked about the Golden Age. Well, this was my first ever Golden Age book, and it's a Matt Baker. I
Mm-hmm.
acquired this from the Pollitt collection of CCG.
Yeah.
You know,
Nobody
so
knows the
Alan,
Pollock thing.
yeah,
Just
I
say
know, but
Allen collection.
the Allen collection.
Mm.
Yes, Alan sold me the first one, and this is a Matt Baker. And I actually, you know what? When I read this, I really enjoyed the stuff inside. It was really fun.
I think that's a Dana Dutch book, by the way.
Mm,
That's the writer, Dana
mm,
Dutch.
very cool. I won this from Pockets Full of Comics. Mad. This is Mad 4. This is my first real EC book.
That's a
Not
great one.
really. And this one has Super Duper Man in there, so as everybody
First
knows, I'm
appearance. Yeah.
yep. And as everybody knows, I'm a bit of a fan. So And Chonko's gone, but Chonko is the reason I have my first Captain Marvel Junior.
And what was there was something special about that one too.
Yes, this says the cover says it's number 35, but the interior is issue 34, and they never fixed it, so this is considered issue 3435. The cover has absolutely nothing to do with the stories inside, and we never got the story that the cover is showing.
Here, I'll be right back, guys. Just one sec. I got to do
So
something.
Were they all like that, Matt, or was that one just
it's
like a
just this
mistake?
issue. No, no,
Okay.
no. They're okay. The entire print run was like this. It's listed in Overstreet, and if you look it up online, other places will tell you the same thing. So it's every issue of the run. There's no issue 34 technically, and there's no interior for 35. So
Yeah, I got a Sparkler comic from like 1951, and you open it up and it's a crossword puzzle book inside. Like the manufacturer that made the book it was the only one. Like all the rest of them were an actual comic, but this one has a bunch of
wow,
crossword puzzles in it.
That's cool.
that's cool. That would be a rare one, but in this
Yeah,
case,
it's pretty neat.
every single one of those that is like that. So you can make somebody else big now. I was just going to show those ones today.
For those. But I can show you my haul for the day. I was going to say that. My weekly haul.
That's cool.
Let's
The
see.
best thing about hauls is that you get to see what interests people, and that's one of my favorite things.
Well, I can show you the biggies. I've showed them before, but I like showing them off. My 6.5.
You picked that up this week. That's a big book.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was
Yeah,
last week, but
That's
off
like
of that,
40 50
Alan.
dollars, isn't it?
Huh?
I said that's like 40 $50, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was.
I'm,
It was.
I'm kidding.
I think I paid $55 for it.
was that just the shipping? No,
Yeah.
no. I mean, my book from Yan Eve is at Stackery. I just ordered it, so
So yeah, and then this one. Yeah, Jan Eve, man, he
Oh,
had.
I love the old Frankenstein. Those are great.
Yeah, that's dipping my toe in the golden age, but
mm,
that's two biggies that I just got. I love showing those off, but I went to my two favorite local um, LCSs today. Picked up, acquired some different things. I picked up Chonko's not here, but the Beneath the Trees, the Rite of Spring book. Uh, let's see what else did I get. Oh yeah, and then he acquired in a collection, so I knocked out a lot of my Cardi Aquaman.
that's such a beautiful cover.
Yeah, I love that, man. Every one of them I bought today. I'm gonna clean and press. That was number 39, and I got number 40.
Cool.
Now, Nick Cardy is so underrated.
I
If you
love him,
know him,
man.
I mean, if you know him, you love him.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of people who don't know who Nick Cardy is.
and then
They just think it's Neil Adams.
this is 41.
Oh, very cool.
So
Yeah, very cool.
picked up a bunch, and then this is probably one of my favorites, or if not my favorite, uh, Cardi one. This is number 42.
Oh yeah, I love
Oh
that
yeah,
cover.
That is one of his best Aquaman covers. Period.
Yeah,
yeah, that's a great one.
I love that one, man. Absolutely love it. Yeah, he had quite a bit, so I just went ahead and pulled the trigger on him. They're number 44. Yeah, I'm for decent price too. So
Yeah.
It's amazing. I have to say that Nick Cardy is probably the only person who drew Aquaman better than Jim Aparo, in my opinion.
yeah, and what was that? 45. Yeah, 45.
Nice. Yeah, these are all cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it's very.
then
So, how much of the
47.
run do you have?
47. Today I picked up quite a bit. I had a few Nick
That's a really good one.
here and there, but as far as in order, as far as numbering numeric, I picked up quite a bit today because he had that. Like I said, he bought a collection off the guy, so the guy had a big run of them. So then here's 48.
I think they're very underrated.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They look like clean copies too.
They're not too bad. Some of them are a little lower grade, but a lot. I'm gonna clean and press every one of them. And then
I have okay. At the risk of sounding like Alan, I have that.
I had that.
That's a great story as well as being a cool cover.
And then the last one I got, it was Mavericks in Finneytown, which is just north of Cincinnati.
Great
That
shop.
is where I went to. But the last one is this Blue Beetle #5.
Nice.
That's cool.
That's in
This is,
great shape, folks.
this is like a volume 3 of the Blue Beetle or something like that. So that's a Ditko. It's a Ditko book, so
Wow.
you can't beat that, man.
Archivist Drift is asking, was Aquaman ever on the cover of any Golden Age books? The answer is no.
No, no. His
Alan,
first cover appearance was in Brave and the Bold 28.
I know it's hard to believe,
Hmm.
but he had appeared only in books like More Fun Comics, Adventure Comics, and World's Finest Comics, where he had never really been the number one lead of any of those books. So
Yeah, I always thought it was funny that they never had him like in like some team up, like where they show them like all together. But
well,
that didn't happen
actually,
until the Silver Age.
yeah, and I was going to say in the Silver Age, probably just before Justice League. I think it was 58, 59. It was when Kirby was working on Green Arrow. That Green Arrow and Aquaman teamed up, but their team up was they met for a panel, and then I'm going to go after your guy, and you're going to go after my guy because those people won't know what to do because they're not fighting the normal person. And
Mhm.
then they got together again at the last panel. So
So then I went to my regular Our Comic Shop, which is where I get my pool list and new Batman, Absolute Batman. So read
Mm.
that already. That's pretty cool. And then of course Battle Beast. It's getting better and better, man. I can't wait. I read this already. I had to dive into it as soon as I got home.
I got it. I haven't read it yet though. I
You
got
haven't
that
read
one,
it
and I
yet?
got the Knocking on cover too.
And then The World to Come. I haven't read this one yet. This is the second one. And then Redcoat 13, which I'm probably about four about four freaking issues behind on this one. So I gotta get reading on that because I do like that one, but I'm just behind on it.
Everyone recommends it to me, but I have not read it yet.
And then I found
Nice.
Oh,
White Cover Battle Beast. So I figure if I ever see David Finch again or something, I'm gonna have him draw
Yeah.
something on it or something like that.
It'd be cool for like any great artist if they can do Battle Beast.
Yeah, do a Battle Beast. I think
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool. And then
Botany.
this series here, I've always wanted to pick up a few of them just to check them out to see how I'd like it. Dope's not on here, but if Dope was here, he'd like this. It's the Immortal Hulk, #0, and then #1. He's Alex covers, man.
that's the big book in the group for the
Yeah.
Mortal Hawk. That's
Immortal Hulk #1, and then this is #2.
and that's the first appearance of Doctor Phosphorus or something Phosphorus or
Dr. Phosphorus.
I
yeah.
think
Is that the right name?
I don't know.
Something like that. It was some key. I
I'll let you know when I read it.
I remember my key covers, so that's why.
And then #6, I jumped to #6 because they didn't have. I still need 3, 4. Yeah, 3, 4, and 5. So
don't worry. Like every Marvel book lately, they'll end up in the dollar bin soon.
soon, yeah.
Yeah.
And, 7. I've always heard from people that that this is a good series. So I tried to get the first 10. I got 9, which I thought that was a cool cover.
That's a cool
That
cover.
is a little
Absorbing Man. That's all right. I love Absorbing Man.
Yeah.
It almost looks like Flash.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
red as he was and stuff. Yeah, and then number 10. So, but then yeah, that's my daily haul that I got just today. And then I'll show this again.
That's such great book. Such great book.
And this one. I
Good
love showing them
pickups.
all. Yeah,
Yeah.
those things, man. I love those things to death, man. I swear.
I'm so
Anybody got anything else they want to show?
I got a
Or
great segue off of what you showed, Rich. If you want to do
all
one
right.
next. So you're talking about Aquaman. I picked this up today, and I can't believe you didn't get it. It is the free Shark Week Aquaman book.
Oh
Oh,
Nice.
wow. I love
nice.
shark
Now I want
covers.
that. I love
Yeah,
Shark.
I was sitting
I
there looking
actually,
at it as I was checking out, and he's like, "Oh, those are free." I'm like, "I'm taking one then because that's awesome."
my
I didn't
wife
see
thinks
it, man. I didn't see one there.
I
And
actually
that came
follow
out this
two
week?
scientists.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
Shark Week
wow.
is starting tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll have to go to the comic shop and pick those up.
Because I'm one. My wife thinks I'm weird. I actually follow three scientists and one photographer from Shark Week on Facebook.
Oh wow.
I
See,
love Shark Week.
my wife that follows people, like she follows Kim Kardashian. She's like, "Yeah, my friend Kim on Facebook." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not really your friend."
Not
Ah,
really a friend, yeah.
And I was actually cleaning this book when Alan was talking. I think this is a cool book, Judo Joe.
Oh wow, yeah,
Oh, wow.
Judo
Judo
Joe.
Joe.
But what's
I
great is
actually
this
have the Judo Joe #1.
on the bottom. This is the best because you go to page 17 and it shows you how to do
The
uh,
moves.
the rear pull down takedown and step by step
Oh,
instructions.
nice, Judo
I'd have
Joe.
to see it. I'd have to see it.
Instructional.
You know that
If
I'm a
Love
Johnny,
that.
martial
hold it,
artist,
Instructional.
right?
hold it up. Alan does judo. He's been doing judo
I
for
can
years.
maybe see it. Like let's see if I
Yeah.
can make it big. Let's see. Show me the move. I'll tell you if it's done well.
Here it is on here's like the actual move, but then I'll flip to the instructions.
See, that looks like Kami Bazami.
It's a pull down from the rear is the name of the move, which sounds a little bit
Okay. It's
Pull his pants down from the rear.
yeah.
so
It's like a suplex.
that is actually it's a suplex basically.
Well, then
Yeah.
it's got more on the next page. It's
It
a
should be the
two-page
hand should be
instruction.
on the stomach, and
Let me get the light right. Yeah, he's got his hand on the stomach in that second panel there.
okay, that's great then.
Yeah, so I guess they in '53 they actually did know how to do.
It's a little off. It's a little bit off, but it's not bad.
Yeah, then I did pick up just some other random stuff. These were like dollar bin stuff because they were just I love that cover.
Yeah,
That's
That
cool.
cover.
that's cool.
And just because it reminded me of my childhood and I hadn't got it, I got 1 and 2 of the Herculoids. I love that cover. I mean,
Nice.
the cover on those are fantastic.
Herculoids.
I love that cartoon.
Yeah, as a kid, man.
Alan, hey
It's very
Herculoid.
cheesy.
And then I got 1 and 2 of Crypto.
Yes.
I just read. I just only read one, but I got to
So
get
that
two.
just
But
came out, right?
yeah,
Number
it's
2
really
came out
good.
this week.
Yeah.
Number 1 was last month.
And then I loved this cover. This was 100% a cover by.
Ooh, nice.
I
Is
just
that
really
like
liked it.
Mark Spears?
No, this is Monsters of
Got
Metal.
that, Chaco.
Valentine. It's an Opus publication.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I saw the monsters. That's why.
You weren't on when I showed that. I was really
I was just coming back into the room when you showed it.
okay. Yeah.
This book's been talked at length, so I had to pick it up.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
out. I had to order one.
I
And
ordered
this is
one of
the
those
last
as well.
copy they had was this one. So
I went to 2 different shops and they didn't have it, man. I was like, damn it.
I'm also a sucker for comic book books. I think this is about Anne Bonny. So Pyro
Nice.
1 and 2. I think it's like
Oh, weird.
I think it's from like 2021. Again, dollar bin stuff. And then my guy Colossus had to pick that up.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Is
And
there
then
a goatee in that picture?
is it? Yeah, he's had a goatee for a while now.
Does the
Man,
goatee
it's-
turn metal?
It's
How'd
metal
you grow
too.
Yeah.
It's like
Metal
it's black
goatee?
metal.
Oh, weird.
And then I picked this up again. I like the Godzilla stuff. I'm not going to pick up all the different Godzilla books, but I like this one. It's got the cool wraparound cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all these were in a 50-cent bin, so I can't 12-cent books for 50 cents. I will never pass up. I bought everyone they had. I mean, they're
Wow.
rough, but
Nice.
Nice.
you know that's so some early action. There's 375,
That
374.
is the issue just before Supergirl leaves. Supergirl's last issue is 376. Then she moves to Adventure.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those adventure books from Heritage. 370. And again, 50 cents. I mean, like if they're soaking wet and ripped in half, I mean, it's worth 50 cents, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
A couple Superboy, Superman books there. All
Yeah.
12
That's
centers,
good.
all 50 cent.
Nice.
So I was
Nice.
happy with that. And then
That's
if
so
you
cheap.
saw my video from this week, I pressed a bunch of these already, but I got all these X-Men Jim Lee signature books.
I
Nice.
saw
wow.
how
So I
you
got
got
a
like
bunch of those in a
you got
lot
these
from
on like
Heritage. Scott Williams on that one.
pennies on the dollar. You got those.
You got a butt ton of them.
So the lot of X-Men, like when I talked about it on the video, so the X Factor books, there was like 20 signed books in there. I got that one for, it was like $59 all in. And there was over 100 books in that lot. The
Wow.
X-Men was like, I think it was 270, but I think 20 of them were signed by Jim Lee. There was like 221, 211. Like it wasn't like shit books, they were good books. So like that one.
Yeah.
And then this one I was excited because this was the 206, and it's signed by Ramita on the inside.
Oh
But then
wow.
it's also
Wow.
it's
Nice.
also the Mark Jewelers variant.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Doubly
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
next thing you know, it's going to be a Canadian price variant, Mark's Jewelers, and then
dude,
you'll have
I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out to you and Alan both because that's where I'm gapped on most of my X-Men books is the Canadian ones, and I'm gonna have you guys start hunting for me because I've got a lot of like the in the
those are not
200s,
cheap. No, those are not
but
cheap.
they're
I'm
not
just
cheap here either. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
Well, you
weird.
Australian
They
price
actually
variants.
rip us off here with them.
I don't know that Alan knows, but Johnny has like he's got every X-Men, and he's got almost every like variant of every X-Men comic
Oh
now.
wow.
That's
very
pretty
cool.
Yeah, like the Australian price variants are pretty easy to pick up. The Mark Jewelers aren't bad. Those Canadian ones, man, they're next to impossible to find. I mean, I
the
just
problem
traded that.
is
Go ahead.
the problem is that people have realized. Okay, in Canada, for the longest time, you could literally dig out any Canadian price variant just about in the dollar bins.
Yeah,
The
we
problem
hated
is,
them. at
yeah,
one
we
time.
didn't want them because we wanted the nice, clean, slick
American.
version from the direct editions.
Hmm.
And because a lot of the Canadian price variants, of course, were like they were only newsstand, so therefore they were not in the greatest of shapes in a lot of cases. So most of them have been in dollar bins forever. But the problem is like a book like X-Men with a lot of keys in that era that they had the Canadian price variants. Most of them have always been in there, and because they're rarer, they're more expensive.
Hmm.
So they actually throw them up. Like I've seen the Canadian price variant of the Days for Future Past going for like $400.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that. If you guys ever look at Bry's, that he just put a Marvel Tales up, the black suit Spider-Man Canadian. Like he got that for me, and that was it's like 4 or 5 times the value of the same book in the U.S.
Wow.
version.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's
give
a
you
4 or
an
5
idea.
book
Yeah.
Canadian. It's like $100 book American.
Mhm.
Hmm.
To give you an idea of the rarity of a Canadian price variant, we have 10% of your population back then. Still do,
Yeah.
but take away, and then the fact that is that right off the bat, it's a newsstand. So you've got to cut back. You figure that's back then maybe 30 or 40% of the run that came to Canada.
Hmm.
So you are already looking at 40% of 10% plus and minus any returns.
Hmm.
Come on,
So
I don't
you
want
are
to do
looking
math.
at a
Well, we're
very
talking
low
comic
number.
books. Now you're bringing out
Sounds
like
like an algebra problem.
Um,
It's a math problem.
Stevie, you got books to show, buddy?
Oh, I got a few things. Uh, I got a package and I got a package in the mail today, and it was comic books, and I was really excited. A couple of weeks ago, I was on Son of Crom's Midnight with Monsters live stream, and afterwards we were hanging out and talking, and he had a whole stack of foil comic books like this, and he said, "Hey Steve, you want these? I'll send them to you." And I'm thinking, no, too much. I said, just send me a couple of them. So he sent me a couple of them, and one of them is my first foil cover.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow,
Nice.
that's really
I
nice. I
love
like
that cover.
one.
That's a good one.
I always like
And,
those ones, the copper tone
Yes.
homage.
Yeah, Steven was just showing that one last week.
and
That's
so I
great.
really like it. It's much thicker, so it's more than a normal comic book in pages. It's and the next he sent me a couple, and then here's
Oh
a
wow.
Black Cat number 2, and she's one of my favorite female characters because of her costume and her hair. It
Yeah, that's
just
sharp.
stands out really
That's
cool.
a sharp cover.
And uh, he sent me this miniature uh, Iron Man Tales of Suspense with Captain America, and it has 9 stories in it. But just
Nice.
to show you the size difference from a regular comic book, there it is against a
That's nice.
regular
It's
comic
smaller.
book.
It's
It's
almost like
kind of like a little bigger than a
Almost
reader's.
a yeah. It's
Yeah, a
kind of like
little
a
bigger than
digest,
a
but not.
Reader's Digest. And what's cool is on the inside, it's color. And I had the Essential Iron Man volumes 1 and 2, which is kind of like on phone book paper, and it's black and white. So you can look at the cover before it was colorized. It's
Oh, that's cool.
kind of interesting. And so that was cool. Then he sent me a book for a joke. I know he did. I'm in Nate's club now with the
Oh
Dazzler number
wow.
1.
a great
I
And,
book.
have
and
one.
the thing
That's a
about
cool
this
comic.
book,
You should
I
check if it's the
passed this
error
book up.
variant.
Biggie just got one. He opened one today from Son of Crom.
Yeah.
Dazzler's awesome. I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh,
Well, the saving grace it has Iron Man. I can't figure out who this gal is here.
that's the
I know
Enchantress.
the
Enchantress.
Enchantress.
So, by the way,
Okay.
did you guys know what's special about Dazzler #1?
It's the first direct comic book,
That's right.
yeah.
It's the first
Oh,
direct comic book. Yeah.
and the
Oh,
error. It's got the error on like page 4 or
I
whatever.
was going to say Enchantress wants to be a disco star. If you read it, that's what that's what.
And you could only get Dazzler direct. That you
It's
couldn't get it
direct
on
only.
newsstand. Yeah, direct only.
okay. And then he has that. Bajorn has that free claim sale once a month, and I was drawing, and I drew through the show. I didn't even know it was on. I was busy drawing stuff. And I said to him in an email, because he had a pre-show and he showed this book. It's a Secret Wars Captain America. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna claim on that when you have this thing." And he said, "I'll just send it to you." So
Oh wow.
nice.
what's interesting is I have the action figure Doctor Doom,
Mhm.
Oh nice.
and then I have Iron Man,
Those are
Those are
great
cool.
toys.
Yeah.
Yes.
The toy variants. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then Magneto.
Oh wow.
And I showed the constrictor last night, but I couldn't find it today. Uh, and I drew today, and here's a first of all, here's one I did a while back, and this is the Comic King, and he's talking to the next 2 guys I'm going to show in a minute. Take rest, my brethren, for at dawn we will begin the great comic book hunt. And if
Nice.
you look close at his chest hair, it's everything's the number 2, and it works out real. and he's talking to these two guys side by side.
Oh,
Hey,
nice. The live show
nice.
Well
stream.
done.
Love
Well
it.
done.
Love it, buddy.
I
And
think
Yes.
one's got a black beard, one's got a brown beard, you know.
we're,
And
I think we've both been taking Ozempic in that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you wanted it, you guys have to flip a coin for it because I'm
Oh,
not drawing
we,
a coin.
we can do that.
All right.
I would say the best thing to do is send that to Rich because we're doing the stream on his channel, and it'll appear every time we're on the stream together.
Well, it's kind of funny because yeah, you're pointing fingers at each other like
Yeah.
it was
Very funny. Very good.
like, was it him? Was it me? Was it him? I don't know.
I love it, buddy. Love it. It's
It's like
freaking awesome.
it's like
dude.
it's like we both have the "I'm with stupid" shirts.
That's
on.
what I was thinking the whole time,
Pointing to
actually.
each
Yeah, pointing. Yeah.
And then I got a couple of Coast Avengers. Here is the Vision when he was white,
Yeah.
and he's through
Okay,
Venetian blinds, which is cool. And here's the book everybody is out after.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
one. You know, he's
But-
going.
White
That's
Vision.
going to be the focus of the Disney Plus series. Vision Quest is going to be White Vision.
Yeah, that'll
Oh,
be
cool.
a big book when it comes out.
Well, didn't he finish his White Vision on WandaVision?
He
Yeah.
did,
No.
and they're going to continue on from there.
Yeah.
And by the way, before we go any further, how do you make a Venetian blind?
It's going to be great. I know this is going to be how.
Poke him in the eye.
Okay, all right, okay. No, but seriously, folks, I'll be here all week. Tip those waitresses.
Okay. And what I have is the West Coast Avengers. I just grabbed a few interesting books. Here is the first in the series. I think it's 101 issues. It was my first series I ever collected, and I got two first issues. So is that where I can say, I have it? I have it?
In stereo, you can say it in stereo.
Yes. But before that was that, they had a 4-issue mini series, which Marvel did a lot on characters and team up groups. And these are the first 4 covers.
Well, I had to laugh. Like, they might as well have put Mockingbird's picture in the first one, because if she was not going to be there, she was married to Hawkeye at the time.
Right.
I mean, she's on the cover, but you know how it says there's just a picture of Hawkeye in the corner and then a bunch of question marks?
Right.
They might as well have put her there.
Oh yeah, I the writing in that series was excellent. I mean, and it has an ending like an opera. It's so sad, and they're in a whirlpool, and there's a villain cover.
Stuff like
And
that
then,
would draw me in when I was a kid. Like when it had tons of characters, and especially if there was like a couple characters I didn't really know, I'd be like, "Oh, what is this? Oh, why? Who's that person?" Like that would make me buy things all the time.
Yeah, I like
My
that.
my first exposure to Mockingbird was in that series, that mini series he just showed, and all I can think is, why did she marry this loser? Because Hawkeye was not. I mean, he was not one of my favorite characters to begin with.
She should marry me.
Yeah.
Kick
He
ass.
had a sordid past. Him and his brother ran away to the circus, and he was being trained by the swordsman. But this swordsman was an evil villain kind of guy. And then later on, they had to do battle as he matured into a hero. I just had 2 more books I wanted to show out of that.
Okay.
All right. And one of them is a fun group that pops up every blue moon is the Great Lake Avengers.
The Great Lake Avengers. Yeah.
And one of the guy's skills is he dies and comes back. That's all he can do.
Yeah.
So you get through an electric fence, get to the other side, and open the gate for everybody, stuff like that. And the other one is when Moon Knight and Hank Pym join the West Coast Avengers. And Hank Pym, he wasn't Ant Man or Giant Man anymore. He was an adventurer. He wore like a red jumpsuit, and he shrunk down cars and all the equipment he might need, like in the movie, and kept them in his pockets. He had pouches all over, and he was an adventurer. And it was shortly after he had abused his wife, and he's trying to make amends with himself and change things. That's my round, guys.
That's another book that I was not happy with. Nobody, I mean, like, come on. I realize it happens a lot in real life, but like, this is supposed to be escapism. Why are you showing
Yeah,
a guy
why they do
beating the
stupid things
crap
like
out
that?
of his wife?
Right.
They ruined the character by doing that.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Hank Pym, I completely lost any liking I had for him. I don't
Yeah.
care
Yeah.
that he's cool now.
Yeah. And it's too bad they gave him all the credit for inventing Ultron in the motion pictures when it was Hank Pym. And in the Avengers, that's where he invented Ultron. And
Hmm.
there was a father son relationship for a few issues or a short while until things went south. You know?
Well, sorry, guys.
Somebody got a My Comic Shop delivery.
Oh no, my phone sort of buzzed, and as I grabbed it, it came out of the holder to stuck.
I got just a few things I could show if you
All right.
want. Um, so some of these I showed on Allen's, but I had them all together, so I'm going to show them again anyway. But all kind of got delivered all at the same time. But I from Bry got a really good deal, and I had some credit with him, so I got a Batman 227
Yeah, it's nice.
That's such a great
classic.
book.
Yeah, I love
Classic
that.
Neil Adams
It's
cover.
I think that
it's
might have
definitely
came
on the
from
list.
me, Rich, or Chonko. That might have
Oh,
been
really?
when I traded him. May have.
Yeah,
I did
it's
trade him
awesome.
one. I don't remember the trade. Yeah.
Did you clean and press this?
What's the number on it? What's the cert number? Is it like a 4-3?
It is. No, it's an earlier cert number, so it's
Yeah.
419-072-8001.
Yeah, that if it's the one I sold him, then yeah, I would have cleaned and pressed it. 4-1 would have been like 2022, I think.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, it's mine now.
I love
You're welcome.
And then yeah, from Yaniv, Rich got number 4. I was able to get number 3 of the Silver Surfer, the first Mephisto,
nice.
Nice.
and a good deal on that as well. Rich got a better deal, but I still got a good deal on this.
Yeah, you got a good deal.
And then another thing from Yaniv, this cool LB Cole. It's a Atlas, no Star Publications. So yeah, that's, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alan, but that's LB Cole's label.
Oh, yeah, it's his own publication. Yeah, he started
Yeah.
it.
And so most of those covers are LB Cole covers, and this is a really cool one of those. And then I've showed this already, but it's relevant for what I'm going to show next. But one of the things Yaniv showed right before the stream ended, he was going through a box really quickly, and this thing he showed, I was like, wait, go back. What was that? Show that. And it's something I had never seen before, and it was really cool. This really cool horror cover. And it was this O Terror Negro. This is a comic from Brazil. It reprints American pre-code horror comics with a different cover from this artist named Jaime Cortez, who they consider the Mexican Schomburg. But it is this. I've got the Mylar on it. I think you might be able to see a little better today. But
Yeah, it's a bit better today.
but these witches are boiling this guy to eat him, and the skeleton is boiling. So when I researched this after the stream ended, there are no comps, no sales of this exist anywhere. And then when I looked at the CGC census, there are two total on the census. So really, really super rare. I talked to Yaniv. I'm like, look, I don't even know what to offer you on that thing. And so we talked, and we came to an agreement on it. He made me a good deal. He was like, do this, and I'll also give you free shipping as well. I was like, yeah, I'm in. So I bought this, but this unlocked a rabbit hole for me, this O Terra Negro. So I started looking into it, and Derek Neiman, I don't know if he's still on the stream, but he was on earlier. He was like, hey, you should reach out to this guy, International Comics, on Instagram. He collects those. He might be able to tell you. So I reached out to him, and I went on his eBay page, and he probably has more of that title than anyone on the planet, because there are 45 issues available of the entire run, 45 on census period, and he has like 10 or 12 of them, and he's selling some. And so I went on eBay and I negotiated with him on one that just came today. But this is O Terra Negro number 41 from 1954. The same artist is Jaime Cortez. This is a restored 4.0, but it's really cool. Like the mad scientist with the hypodermic needle and all these like demons and ghosts and stuff in the back. This is a one of one. This is the only issue on the entire census.
By the way, just so you know, Chonko, tomorrow, if you watch my Sunday hot list, that book is on it.
This book?
That book.
From when I bought it?
It made the week. It was in this week. I made the list yesterday.
Okay, cool. Well,
and it was in there. So yeah, it's one of the books that I picked to be on the hot list this week.
Yeah, he accepted an offer. We negotiated offline, but I got it. He had it up on eBay. But yeah,
if you can give me the detail. Can I report the details?
Yes, I got it.
Price?
I got it for 25 off. Whatever it said on the price, I got $25 off.
Okay, I'll change my notes then. I haven't recorded the video yet for tomorrow, but
yeah, that's a one of one. And the other things, like most of these are one of ones. There's like one or two. If you ever see O Terra Negro from Brazil, these cool horror covers, they're all, every one of them is rare. There's only like one or two of them on census. There might be like some raw copies floating around in Brazil somewhere, but these are ghosts. They do not exist. So I'm not going to try to collect all of them because that would be impossible. And not to mention, this dude has like 10 or 12 of them. He's not getting let go of most of those. So anyway, that was what I had to show. That landed today. So I got two of these ghost comics now.
That's very cool.
Hey, Chunk, there's a guy that sets up at Fan Expo and C2E2 every year that is he specializes in foreign books. And I think I don't know if it's that specific one, but I think last year at C2E2 he did have some horror foreign editions. They may have been Italian or, I don't know. But he
might be this guy.
It could be.
He's a really nice guy.
Hawk 181 in like the Spanish version and the French version. It's like it's so hard to price it because there are nothing to compare it to, and you can't compare it to the English version because that's it's not worth that much. But
well, and this, if there's one on census, and I think this is the guy I bought it from. I think he's the one that graded it. So if there's only one and it's never sold, he's the only one who's ever owned it. How do you even make an offer on that? What do you know? How do you know
what it's worth? Yeah.
I offered him like 50 off of what he was asking, and he came back with 25 less, and I was like, I'll do it, man, because I don't know anything better, and it's really cool cover. He has some other ones he was like kind of offering me that aren't as cool, but I'm not going after the whole series. He has some other ones up for sale if anybody was interested up on eBay right now. But I'd like there are some, they're either like really expensive or they're not as cool. That was my feeling.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Very nice.
It's amazing what's out there. Like, you think you know everything, especially me. I think I know everything. And then you discover that there's so much more.
Yes.
Like it's amazing. Like, I am discovering all the time, new things about even Superman books I've read 20, 30 times. It's insane. The amount of knowledge out there now. Remember, I mean, there was a time where Overstreet was your only thing, or and you could only order from the Mile High thing in the middle of the book.
3 times the cost of the book when you get it from
Mile High. Yeah, Mile High was brutal.
It was worse for us
because sale going on right now. It's still over fair market value. That place is crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I bought a lot of stuff from Mile High, actually, though.
Well, he doesn't want to sell, right? That's like his whole thing. Is like he sells comics, but he doesn't want to.
I know, and his wife, as he always says, my wife forces me to have to make a living.
I've met him face to face and talked to him for about
Yeah, I
20
think he
minutes.
made his fortune off the.
He was homeless, living in a station wagon, selling comic books out of the back of it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the day I met him, he's a very humble man. He's coming down from this humongous store from his office on the second floor, and he's eating a cup of ramen noodles. He's a
Wow.
millionaire eating ramen noodles, you know.
He'll be the first to tell you he's a millionaire on paper, but he always has cash flow problems.
I had
Little
one more thing.
Lulu was
Can I show this?
his favorite comic. He told me.
I just wanted to show what Stevie sent me real quick, but I got another piece of Stevie art, and it's like a thinner version of me.
Actually, it's
Which is
funny when you have it right next to your face. It's kind of
right.
like.
Yeah.
I completely
And
see you. You're twins.
I think he got the dome correctly, though.
yes, he did, and the glasses and stuff. It looks good, and then
Yeah.
and the boxes again. It says like there's like rare heroes, hot chicks, good girl, and the back on the which is funny, and and then on the back is actual Chonko in green. It even says it says Chonko in green. So here's actual Chonko in green. So I have your other one here next to me here, Stevie. This is going to go right up here next to me. I've got like art here. I'm gonna put it right next to me here where the other one is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very honored.
Yeah, I try to hang up all your stuff, Steve. I still got Iron Man up there. He
You have a
watches
place
over me.
on my shelf right next to Adam's stuff. It's really both pieces are so amazing.
Yes.
Well, I've
Steve,
only really been at it for like 7 weeks or so, where I'm seriously trying to get better at it instead of just doodling. Uh, but I want to give a shout out to SideQuest Comics and Big B McFly and Up and Atom. They're truly artists, fine artists, and they give me encouragement, and I send them pictures to them, and they're always encouraging me. So I'm very happy that they do that.
Yeah.
I
Alan,
think it's great.
Yeah, I do too.
Alan, you got some big B, eh?
What? I
You
have
got
some
some
big.
yeah.
If I could flip my camera around, how would I flip it? One sec here. One sec.
Well, it's a phone. You should be
Backhand.
able to just grab it, Alan, and turn it around.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I
There's
always
There
your
we
have to
go.
call
You
my
can see
wife for
it's like
technical stuff like that.
that's
There
my
you
there's a
go.
wall.
Stevie. There's a Stevie D up there too.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, he's my first and only fan art. So,
Yeah.
Look at that.
and then that's a
Cool.
Big B.
Nice.
The one right there is Big B, and that's Ron Sutton with
Yeah, Ron Sutton.
Elvira.
That's nice. Did you buy that off him recently or
Yeah, he was working on it. Like,
Ron is someone from Ottawa that I've known on and off for a few years as an acquaintance, and he
yeah,
actually was the regular penciler for almost 60 issues of Elvira's comic.
this is my very messy room. Oh my.
I
Well,
got comic books falling off of all my shard boxes. Have comic books stacked up on them where I can't get into them anymore because I have to sort everything out, because every time you do a show or you go on a show, you got to
Yeah, it's
dig
like
things out, and you're so tired when it's all over with, you don't put it back, and the next day it just starts over again.
Yeah.
I have a room with
You
all my
guys will
shipping
see my
material, where it's like boxes stacked and Gemini mailers stacked falling down and bubble wrap falling. It's a whole
yeah,
room of just shipping garbage. Like, and I go in there and I package and I ship and I have a printer. I gotta do better in that room.
Yeah, my next members only video is going to be a tour of my little corner, and you're going to see the piles and the piles and the piles and the piles. I love
But, well, guys,
it.
let's see, we've been going on about 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to
Yeah.
call it for the night.
Yeah, I got to
Everybody-
record my video for tomorrow.
Okay. But I
Thanks
want
for coming out, Alan.
Yeah, thanks for
thank you
coming
for
out,
having
Or
me.
the
Alan.
big nasty
Anytime,
tonight.
if you guys need me.
Repping Big Nasty.
Thanks,
Well,
Matt.
yesterday I wore the Chonko shirt on Biggie. I wore
I've
Alan's
seen it.
shirt on Alan, so I figured I was sitting there. Well, I'll figure I'll wear Big Nasties on Big Nasty. So
I think
There
my
you go.
son
Thank you.
stole your shirt, Big Nasty. I think
Oh,
he
yeah?
likes it. Yeah.
Do you like it?
He keeps on stealing all my comic shirts. It's really annoying.
Rich,
I'll
by the
send you
way,
another one, Alan. I have to send you another one.
tomorrow night on the Superman show, Rich and Nate are going to be my guests. We're going to talk about the Superman movie, then show some cool books. So
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping to do that.
I might be sending you some stuff, Johnny, here coming up. I've got a couple press things. I'll talk to you though about it. See if you have the time and all that.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
But I want to thank everybody in the chats. Thanks everybody on the panel. Thanks, Alan. It's always
Thank
a
you for having
pleasure, man. Definitely have you back sometime. Talk some more. Always love learning more stuff about the Golden Age because it is a lot to learn. That is for sure. 'Cause, dipping my toes in there a little bit here and there, but yeah, that's a whole other thing, man. To learn. That's a lot to learn, but it's a lot of fun. And with that, I want to say goodbye.
Subscribe to everybody on the channel
Yep.
that's showing up.
Yep. Subscribe, everybody. And if you haven't voted yet, there's like 2 weeks left on the CBC Awards, so do that. And yeah, all
By
right.
the way, Gotham and Glam is still trying to figure out who nominated her hands.
Oh, really? Somebody
That's
nominated her
creepy.
hands.
Yeah, someone nominated her hands.
That is
Oh wow,
Wow, that's a weird one.
That's
Yeah,
a creepy.
weird
That somebody's being creepy doing
That's a
something
little
like that.
creepy.
But all righty, we'll see everybody later. Thanks again.